Hello! I am playing some more Side Order, not F-Zero 99, as hard as it is to put that game away sometimes. But I am hoping that I can finish the last couple of pallets before I have to leave for my vacation in a couple days. If I don't, then I guess there will be another part to this. But if I do, then that's great. This will be the last part of Side Order. As if I'm not gonna keep playing it on my own, because it's a fun mode, I gotta say. I don't know about the rest of you, but I like a good roguelike. I need that variety, you know, when the day-to-day is dull. A good roguelike kind of scratches that itch for adventure. Oh, cool. I think I read this already. Yeah, pretty sure I read that already, so. Let me open some lockers and get some pearls. If I finish early, you give me permission to F-Zero. That's dangerous. But something is like vibrating outside. I don't know what it is. Hopefully you can't hear it. What is that? Sounds like someone's phone is going off, but outside. I just hear this weird vibrating noise. All right. Well, whatever. So before I get into it, I'm going to read Marina's dev diary because I didn't do that last time, and that'll let people funnel in since I just started streaming. If you're watching this a recording on YouTube, then you won't know, but I am streaming half an hour earlier than I usually do on Twitch because I want to try and have enough time to get through this, so we'll see. New idea. If I can't get the system to match a mem cake to its soul, what if I could get the mem cake itself to do the work? All that the thoughts and memories would have to do is return to their natural form. Now that's an idea worth exploring. So, in practical terms, by taking the thoughts and memories stored in memcakes and mixing them up further, then setting them up with the basic framework of a soul, in theory they could sift through them and select the ones where they belong. I don't see a way to do all that in the real world. But if I convert the memcakes into data that I could upload to a virtual space, this is sounding more and more doable. Project Members, name may change, is back on. I never thought I'd see the day when the Members virtual world I created would serve an actual purpose. Though I haven't really touched it since finishing the prototype. I hope it'll do what I need it to. Do you think Second Life exists in the Splatoon universe? Maybe don't think about this too hard. Members development notes. Secure required processing power by tapping into Kamaboko's mainframe. Use the Members prototype virtual world to gather memcake data for later world expansion. Access confirmed from within the Kamaboko internal network. Set up external access via standard Sea Cucumber phone. Users set color chips from General Memory Index into a palette, basic copy of their soul, and establish a connection with compatible memories. Adversity proven effective for memory retention. Have users repeat tasks to make the memories stick. Once the memories are sufficiently locked in, complete the processing. All proposed steps so far have been verified down the line. Might be good to represent these steps as climbing a tower. One task equals one floor, and top floor equals processing complete. If user reaches the top floor, the experiment is a success. User's soul is restored to its original state with its own thoughts and memories. Create dedicated avatars with special roles to ensure smooth operation. Need avatars for members management, user guidance, and system security. Marina, can I have like a cooler looking outfit, please? I don't like the outfit in Side Order very much at all. I finalized my members concept and started working on it in earnest. I'll need to put in some operators pretty soon. I'll handle system management myself, and I think user guidance would be a great fit for Pearl. It's really, truly all starting to come together. I'll put myself at the top of the tower, so Pearl has to climb it to get the user to me. Wait, would that make me like a storybook princess? Now I have to do it. I'll build you a tower worth the climb, brave Pearl. All that experience making training stages from my days as a tutor at the training program is about to pay off. After all, I want this tower to be a good experience for the users. But I still need someone to handle system security for the members. Maybe I can ask that person Cuttlefish introduced me to for help there. And I'm hoping 8 will volunteer to be the first test subject. I better not forget about the Off the Hook World Tour. It's 2 short months away now. I'll make time for music and the members. Oh, that's the devilfish talking, Marina. Please remember your sleep. I saw, is she working in Unity? Squid Unity? Squoonity? That's what it looks like anyway. But Marina is a master of many trades, it seems. And also a very cute Pearl. But I'm kind of alarmed at all the greasy food so close to Marina's laptop, please. You thought the taskbar was mine for a second. Well, it's like a Mac. I wouldn't use a Mac. Ugh. Our world tour has started. It's a lot of work, but a lot of fun too. I love being in Off the Hook so much. Oh, they're so cute. We could barely see them. Hi, Marina. Hi, Pearl. Why did I think I'd have time for a major project while on tour? I'm writing this way past midnight. This is me venting without screaming so loud it wakes everyone up. I had an idea right before bed. I wanted to get it down before I forgot, so I went to my computer. And the next thing I knew, hours had gone by. What am I doing? Pearl and the tour staff are relying on me. I can't tell them, sorry, no show today. I forgot to sleep. Well, we're taking a break once the first half of the tour is over, so maybe I can buckle down and finish this then. In fact, no maybes about it. This Octoling can do anything. But for now, Project Members, final title pending, is on the back burner. You know, I might not have time to do the whole thing by myself during the tour break, but that's what friends are for. I know plenty of engineers from the old days who jump at the chance to help. I hope so, anyway. Oops, I think I see the first rays of dawn out there. I've really got to get some sleep. Good night. And then she's on her phone for another 2 hours. I mean, mood. I don't think you should drink all those energy drinks, Marina. I'm a little concerned. I'll take these stickers. Marina has all her desktop shortcuts on her taskbar. She's a lot more organized than I am. My desktop right now, actually, I have a lot of images just randomly scattered on my desktop here because I save them to show on stream for whatever reason, and I forget to delete them, so they're all still here. Like, oh, what's a good one I got on here? I was gonna say what's the most cursed one I have, but nobody needs that. Oh, you know what? This is a Morri original I made. Can't lose tricolor battles if you can't have tricolor battles. That was when tricolors were first implemented, and they would never come up in rotation. But that's still sitting on my desktop. What else do I have on my desktop? Oh, hang on. This is the only image we need. Yeah. Big the Cat gets his just desserts by being just dessert. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, so my desktop is filled with stuff like that. Your desktop used to be filled with a bunch, but not since you had to get a new computer. I'm so sorry about whatever collection of nonsense you had on there that is now lost to the void. Yeah, for whatever reason, you're right. I do mean comedy. All right. Let's see. Out of all these, what do I want? Let's take ink attack size. Since I want to be able to slosh more fluid from the bucket, I shouldn't use the word fluid. That doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound kosher. I mean, that's what it is, but I shouldn't say it. She's right, but she shouldn't say it. Sloshers are one of those weapon types that I don't use super often. Although, in Splat 3, this game, I've grown quite fond of the X-Splosher, weirdly enough. I keep doing that. I keep accidentally moving my camera around. I've been having this issue recently. I don't know if it's because my Joy-Cons are being Joy-Cons or what. Or if I've just got jittery hands all of a sudden. Maybe I'm nervous because I'm leaving on my trip in a couple days and leaving early Thursday morning. Love to navigate airports. I love airports. Does anybody know what I can do for 4 hours in New York? I'll be stuck in New York on a 4-hour layover. Is it 4 hours? I don't remember. It's something like that. So, like, you know, not long enough to actually go out and do anything. Can somebody, like, go to New York and get me a souvenir from the Nintendo store there? You might just have to, like, hurl it across security and I'll catch it. Hello, Crush Me. Also, I saw congratulations on your 3-way tie for first in the Mere Nightly Grand Prix. I played a little bit earlier and I saw you in there. I think I got 8th. That was my great triumph, 8th place. You screwed up? I mean, you still ran a very good race. Like, you got at least a couple first places in there, right? I was so excited when I saw your name. Like, oh, Crush Me is here. Hi, Crush Me. I hope you can sense that I'm waving. I actually got 2nd on the Mere Nightly twice, which is exciting, but not quite first. Still trying to get first. But 2nd, I think, is pretty good. 12 seconds, that's pretty good. You were in first and then got 8th on Silence. Mere Silence is tough. I wound up on Silence. What do I want to take? Let's take the Splat Bomb. I wound up on Silence in a Classic Pre, or a Classic Mini Pre earlier, and it was the first track, and I wasn't expecting Silence, and I'd never raced on Classic Silence before. I made it. I think I got like 6th overall in that Mini Pre, but not half the racers crashed out on Silence that first track, but a lot of them did. Most of them did. Kind of scary. 4 hours for a layover. I could make it if I hurry. I'd have to get in and out of security. Would I? No, actually, I was thinking about that because well, not security customs per se, you know, because I'm coming from Canada. But I mean, I would already be in the States by the time I get to New York, so it's not like I would have to go back through customs, right? Because I'm just flying to another part of America. But that would be foolish to, like, I'm just gonna run. I'm gonna pop over to the Nintendo World store real quick. Oh, homing shot. All right, let's get this. No. Even if Belle was here, I wouldn't do it. Not worth the bit. Hunt for any cryptids disguised as pizza pasta, man. I couldn't do that. Oh, you noticed me in Big Blue and I was in front of you and you're like, wait a sec, that's Morri, surprise. Where you least expect it, it's me. I'm so sorry. Look upon my Morri, ye mighty, and despair. Oh, you're close to New York, huh? I'm always surprised at how close some states are to one another in America. I mean, all of America is humongous, don't get me wrong. But the fact that some states are really close together, you know, you can just like take a train or whatever and then be in another state. That's so weird to me. Like here you could drive for a couple hours and still be within the city limits. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've learned that if you enter a Grand Prix, like as soon as they start, they're filled with the most terrifying players imaginable. Do I want Inksaver sub? I think I want more Poison Ink. I mean, this is a lot of membucks, but Poison Ink is just that good. Yeah, all the states up there are really tiny. I mean, from someone who lives in Canada, which is a humongous country, and all the provinces are also very large, that it's just surprising how close together some states are, relatively. You know, I'm not counting stuff like Texas or Alaska, which is the size of several other states put together. Or Florida, which I'm pretty sure many people wish was exponentially smaller. I don't actually know how big Florida is, but it's just too big. Whatever it is, it's too big. The worst thing happened to you in Pokemon Blue. Go on. Have I read this already? Yeah, I have read these already. Because Marina talks about using umbrella. And she's very cute about it. Ka-chow, ka-chow. Baltimore, Maryland, Boston, Massachusetts, New York, and Philadelphia are all within 3 hours of each other. That's so weird. I mean, I get it, but it's so weird. Oh, Splat Ink Recovery is good. Run Speed Up would also be good. What do I want? I think Splat Ink Recovery, honestly, is pretty good if I can get a few of them. Run Speed Up, also good with the bucket. Just pick one, Morri. I mean, only this chip will make me move faster, but there are multiple chips that will affect my ink efficiency, so let's go for run speed. You drove up to Albany once. You know, like most people when they think of New York, they think of, you know, like Manhattan, like central New York, and it's easy to forget that New York is a lot more than just a downtown metropolis. I say as if I've ever been to New York. Why did I... Don't jump, they say, and then I immediately squid roll without thinking. I have it. You got to the second last gym, only for your save battery to die and corrupt your save file. Oh no! That's a problem with old games for the Game Boy, isn't it? Is that I jumped again. The battery just goes kaput. Oh, hi. I remember my brother mentioning that he had a problem like that. He was playing a new file in Pokemon Gold just for the heck of it, and he couldn't save it because the battery, the internal battery was toast, and he found a shiny Caterpie. Rip that golden bug! Oh, yeah, I don't love... Let's go for disc piece drop. Armor would be good if I could hold more than one piece of armor at a time. Oh yeah, it's a good question if you saw the eclipse or not. Oh, but you were working, plus it would only been a partial. That's disappointing. I was hoping to at least see some of it, like even it getting darker. But I think here it was only like at maybe 40% coverage at peak, if that. So there wasn't really much to observe. Not that I had those fancy eclipse glasses anyway. This is a silly thing to be reminded of. But when I think about eclipses, I think about an episode I saw of CSI Miami once. I think it was one of the earliest episodes I saw of that show. But a murder happens at a crowded hotel poolside. And there are no witnesses because a solar eclipse happens. Like, the murder is timed with the solar eclipse, and every single person there at that pool turns to stare at it. Like, what is wrong with you people? Well, I guess what's wrong with them is that they live in the world of CSI Miami. There's no helping you. Let's go Splat Drone Gauge. You ended up having to emulate Pokemon Blue just to get to that part you got to with fast forward enabled. I mean, it's not necessarily a super bad thing just because playing through it... Granted, you had to play through it again, which is terrible, but having a fast forward, I bet, is a huge relief. I mean, I love Pokemon, don't get me wrong. I've done my time playing Blue and Silver and all the old ones. But, it takes a long time to grind and to do anything of note. Not the fastest paced game. And I know some people will complain about the forced experience sharing these days, and I get that it's irritating that you can't turn it off, but I'm just glad it doesn't take a million years to level my party anymore. Let's see. Funny that it keeps trying to give me homing shots. I wish Belle was here. Well, this won't help me, so let's take main piercing. It looks like those people were in the dark. I can't. If I did it with my full power, my yeah would be so good that I would be copyright claimed by The Who. Do any of you ever actually listen to that song by The Who, the theme for CSI Miami, Won't Get Fooled Again? It's a long song, and the yeah is only like right near the end. Where you going, fish? Eh. Oh, you're going that way, I guess. That's fair. That's fair. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. There we go. Donuts. Is there anything they can't do? It was on the radio occasionally during the commute to work, huh? Meet the new boss. Same as the old boss. Yeah, we're not gonna go out like chumps. Well, I might go out like a chump, but Pearl wouldn't go out like a chump. I gotta know, since you're bringing up Pokemon, Roboy, do you nickname your Pokemon? That goes for everyone. I've asked chat this several times in the past, but if folks here have not shared any, like, Pokemon nicknames they're proud of, I love hearing that kind of stuff. As, like, say, Kapotoko knows. I think it's something I asked of him, like, one of the first streams he was here. I don't know why, I just... It's kind of like how I'm fascinated by all the names I see in F-Zero. I like knowing what people call their Pokemon. It's fun for me. It's enrichment. What makes a name special for you? You started nicknaming your Pokemon lately. Good. You've seen the light. Can you stop Stingraying, please? Oh, right. I should be going for this. Huh? Yeah. Get it, get it, get it. Okay, hang on. Get it, get it, get it. Okay, now. Always, always, even the ones that sit in the box forever, good. I knew we were cut from the same cloth, Claire. Does anybody else feel guilty if you catch a Pokemon and then don't use it? I feel less guilty now. But I remember, especially back in the day, playing older Pokemon games, I would almost never catch new Pokemon because if I wound up not using them and letting them sit in my box, I'd feel really bad. And I would get attached to my main team and not want to rotate anyone out. Because I'd feel bad. It's like, oh, I'm doing discredit to their service to me by saying, oh, you know, good work. Thanks for helping me get through these gyms. Now go sit in box limbo for all eternity. Yes, I am a very sentimental person. Gosh, I wish I knew what your Wigglytuff's nickname was. What I remember most of all is your love for Dunsparce, which is good and correct. Do I want the vending machine or do I want more poison ink? I mean, look at those numbers. Those are good numbers. Let's get more poison ink and I'll continue to save my membucks. You caught a Pikachu in your blue save and called it Choo Choo. Like Choo Choo Rocket? That's all I can think about. Oh, range, color, chip saturation. What do I got? What do I got? Splash radius, main range, ink attack size. Very nice. I almost wish it was support chip saturation so I could see the hilarity of an uncooperative homing bucket without actually being stuck with an uncooperative homing bucket. Dang, look at this range. Come here, fish. Come on, fish. Accept your fate. I call the big one Bitey. Sticky ink would be good. Swim speed up also wouldn't be bad. But sticky ink goes really well with poison ink, so... Not that I want to be complacent. One of these days I'll get homing. Maybe when I do my dualies run, I'll get homing just for you, Andorra. Yeah, I've never actually played Choo Choo Rocket. I never had a Dreamcast. And the only time I've ever gotten to experience a Dreamcast was in a Blockbuster once. Years ago, when they had, oh heck, Sonic Adventure set up on the Dreamcast. Which is very cool and exciting, but other than that, I'd never never gotten... Oh, actually, no. I've also seen a Dreamcast once in Toys R Us. Hang on a second. In Toys R Us. Which had Space Channel 5 on it, but there was no audio. And I'd never seen Space Channel 5 before. So I couldn't figure out, like, what is this game? What does it want me to do? I don't understand because there's no sound. And there's no visual cues. What kind of game is this? Ow, heck. Oh, no. Oh, man, I don't want to beans my bucket run here. Jeez, maybe I should leave. Should I leave or be stubborn about it? Maybe I'm going to be stubborn about it. What do you mean, Morri, please? That's what I need to be saying to myself. Morri, please. Morri, please. Take it seriously. Let's go for swim speed up. You feel the fast-forward training made the connection with all your Pokemon feel kind of fake. You know, I get that. Sometimes when if I use, not fast-forward per se, but similar tools in games like Pokemon, somehow I feel like I'm cheating myself. Not that it's cheating to use fast-forward per se, but it's like I'm missing out on some integral part of the grind by having it not take forever. Kind of like how I'm playing with very little hacks on, because it's more enjoyable for me when there's that struggle. Like, what was it? Just had a thought in my head and it's gone now. Oh, like in Etrian Odyssey, I was replaying Etrian Odyssey 5 a little while ago, and I did the New Game Plus. And I make new characters, but I still had gear stashed away from my previous file, which was all the way to like the end of the final post-game stratum. And I just dropped my controller. Give me seconds. Wow, sorry. Getting too into Etrian Odyssey. So I did the final post-game stratum and all that, so I still had that endgame gear for my New Game Plus save, and I didn't want to just throw it away, but then I realized having it on, and being able to breeze through the earlier floors just didn't feel rewarding, and I thought, I'm played myself by doing this. I need to put these weapons away. Couldn't sell them, though, because it would feel like a waste. I was mimicking the Woody evil smile from the memes hardcore, and it scared you. I dropped my controller on purpose. Wouldn't have happened if I had a homing bucket. You're so right. You played Crazy Taxi on the Dreamcast. Hey, you can play that in real life in Chicago. Okay, let's... Oh, Ink Save Remain is really good, though. Could get another go at Sticky Ink, which would also be really good. Let's get that Sticky Ink. Exactly like that emote, the evil emote. Yeah, I can't quite do it with the same amount of menace. It's my pupils are too wide. Or just my eyes generally. If I could make my pupils tiny for real menace. Maybe if I get a new model with the appropriate toggles, and then I can be really menacing. Oh, please. Do not. Do not. Hang on. Hang on. If only I had the homing bucket to expedite this process. I was a fool. You did the DLC level in Valkyria Chronicles super early and got a massively game-breaking weapon, which made everything trivial, and you found it to be a blast. Sometimes it is nice to go mad with power. I guess maybe it depends on the game, too. But I've tried, like, on my main file, I've tried runs in side order where I max out the attack and just, you know, do, like, a gimmick build. Like, I did a build with the brush and max attack where I just got the range improving chips, so all the orange tones. Which was fun, but I realized it didn't really feel fulfilling because I did so much damage. I didn't feel the struggle. Let's see. Love a vending machine. Ooh, another more disc piece drop, but it's a danger floor. But then I'm not, like, overly relying on the drone or anything. Special charge up would also be good, just because I have a good special. Let's get the danger floor out of the way. Hopefully I won't regret this. Oh, stronger gelatins. Okay, I regret this a little bit. I regret this a little bit. Okay, just run them over, run them over, run them over, run them over. Well, at least the beefy boys are focused on the ball and not me. Oh, don't knock it away. Okay, just get up there. Get up there. Okay, thanks, Pearl. No thanks, Pearl. Unless she knocked it to the other... No. Just get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Knock it in. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please. Okay. The beefy boys. Oh, vending machine. Okay. Okay. I'm saved. Apparently the battery in the cartridge you use shares both the real-time clock and a save battery in a cart. Ooh, yeah, that... I could see that problem. Okay, give me the lives. Nothing else here is useful to me, alas, but that's okay. I can just save my, my membucks. Boy, are my tentacles really mini-Ben Beige with Knuckles the Echidna again? Yeah, they are. By the way, did any of you see that I guess there's going to be a Year of Shadow? Year of Luigi is out. The Year of Shadow is in. Which is so funny to me. The Beastie Boys offshoot is weird. The Beefy Boys. See, you know, I'm trying really hard to think of, like, parody lyrics for the Beefy Boys, but I'm blanking. Well, mobile special charge actually wouldn't be bad. It is a rigorous floor, though. Could do main damage distant. That also wouldn't be bad. Let's do it. You're not even good enough to be my fake. You're not even good enough to have a year, Luigi. It's the fearless Year of Shadow, though. It's not really the Year of Shadow, it's the fearless Year of Shadow or something. And I looked briefly on the website that Sega had set up for it. And all I noted that the first event they announced was that they've made a recreation of Shadow's cool motorcycle from Shadow the Hedgehog, which I never actually got to drive when I streamed Shadow the Hedgehog, so maybe I have to stream more Shadow the Hedgehog so we can actually see his cool motorcycle outside of, like, the opening cutscene. But they've made that but real, and I think it's going to be in Austin, Texas at some point, and probably other places. Come to Texas if you want to see the Shadow Bike. I mean, I say that, I want to see the Shadow Bike. I mean, I wouldn't go to Texas just for the Shadow Bike, but I mean, if I live somewhere and I could see the Shadow Bike, I'd be like, yeah, let's go see the Shadow Bike, sure. Why Texas? I don't know. Maybe that just seemed like the most Shadow the Hedgehog of all the states. Oh no, this one again. Okay. I'm not gonna let this one go off the rails like last time. Okay. Get rid of these guys. No, don't go that way. Heck. Oh, don't hit me. Don't hit me. Oh, I got it. I got it. Okay. Boop. Oh, okay. Good. Boop. Oh, I thought I broke another one. I didn't. Uh-oh. Morri, what are you doing? I lived. Okay. I feel like I lived on a technicality. A part of the fun of streaming is making everyone else sweat it out. explosion, knockback. Could give Pearl more to do, which wouldn't be bad. Why not? Good clutch, thanks. I just prayed desperately. Maybe this is a sign I need to practice more with the slosher. Use it in turf more often. The good news, she lived. The bad news, everyone's lifespan shortened slightly. Oh, you don't want to see how I think even more unhinged my F-Zero racing has also become. Since I found the fabled Discord server and have played some races with like the most terrifyingly adept players imaginable, like people who are regularly on the top of the leaderboards, I've learned that if I want a chance of survival, I have to play even more aggressive and clown shoes than I already was. Which I think has improved my racing, actually. But I'm screaming the entire time. Much like how I play this game, you just have to race like your life is irrelevant. X-Splosher, good taste. If I had to pick a favorite bucket, probably the X-Splosher, but I also like the Blob Blobber too. Oh, I will hydrate, thank you. 1 sec. Gracias, Javier. Oh, homing shots. Oh, and it's 420. Ha ha ha. No, I'm not picking it. Oh, hindrance damage would also be good. Inksaver main, also good. Bonus, rigorous. Yeah, I've got all that poisoning, so why not? You're right, it's 4-9. I know. Happy April 9th. To all those who celebrate. Oh. Wasn't expecting the little fish to come and paint it. Oh, hey, no. Thanks, bro. You know what's a fun X-Splasher build for my fellow Splatoon players here? Is if you stack a bunch of quick super jump. Because the X-Splasher, of course, very powerful, but very terrible at close range because you're very slow. But if you have a bunch of quick super jump, if people get too close, you can just yeet yourself out of danger. Confuses everybody around you. Uh-oh. Fish. Thank you, bro. No, I did not lose control. No, take it back. Okay. Oh, we're good. It is sad that the Splat 1 servers are gone. I wish I could get my Wii U to cooperate with the internet here so I could have streamed some of the multiplayer back when I streamed Splat 1. I would have loved to at least shown off some of it before the server shut down. Plus, it would have been strange going back to it and just experiencing the original mechanics, like can't store a charge, there's no vertical roller flick, a lot of stages that haven't come back, like Salt Spray Rig, or ones that have yet to make a resurgence in 3, like Camp Triggerfish or Morri Towers, thank God. Did I start over from scratch? Like, you mean side order? Or whoop? More like Morri Towers, no. Is that why they continue to haunt me forever? My name is in it. Can't get away from it. Sure love to be sniped by a scoped E-leader using Respawn Punisher. At least in this game. In Splat 1, it was scoped E-leaders with main power, damage up. Sure don't miss all the E-leaders with damage up. All the dynamo rollers, too. Oh, exactly what happens when I lose all my lives. Well, I haven't lost all my lives, so I am okay for now, I think. I've been pretty lucky so far with my side order streams, and that I've only had one run end in failure, but of course I'm not done yet. The night is still young. I can still beans it in new and unheard of ways. Oh my. Keeping you on the edge of your toes. How will Morri demonstrate her flagrant disregard for her own safety this time? Oh, bad. Come on. There we go. This game mode does have not an ending per se, but there is like a final challenge. The hardest challenge, so I hopefully will get to show that off if I can clear this palette and the dualies. Figure I gotta save the dualies for last because they were available first. And someone had already commented, you haven't done the dualies yet? So now I feel like I have to wait till the end now. Ooh, I'll take that. Even though the boss is almost toast. Didn't hurt. No. Come on. Okay. Freedom. I have done the low hacks challenge on my main file. Do I want to do that here? I could. Okay. So it's 21st floor. Let's go to the vending machine. I've been hoarding all these membucks. Please have good chips. What does it take to get this far? So clearing runs in the spire with all the different weapon palettes available. Once you've cleared with every weapon at least once, then you'll have access to the final palette. And that one has some unique stipulations, which we'll see once I unlock it. 3 homing chips. You know what? If it was here, I would almost buy it just for you, Andorra. Why do I keep winding up with Knuckles the Hedgehog, Knuckles the Echidna minivan beige? Like, Shadow has his tie-in motorcycle, Knuckles just has a minivan. It's just a red van. Well, it's a danger floor, but it's more poison ink, but it's a danger floor. I mean, I could get homing shots. Can I get you some Pringles from the vending machine? I'll just hurl them down south. Dang, look at my colors. Wow, it's like cotton candy. This is a very pretty loadout. An arpeggio barrage. I can deal with it. Look how nice I look. I can't die when I'm this cute. It's almost like a light novel title. My reformed Octoling soldier can't be this cute. Uh-oh. Don't do that. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Thank you, Paul. That normal floor looks easy and safe. What was that? Was that the homing shots? Whoa. Okay, hang on. You need to stop. Thank you. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. What's the best flavor of Pringles? As someone who I do not remember the last time I have felt the crispness of a Pringle. I don't really love any of these. It's like, what do I want more? Yeah, sure. Sour cream and onion. That's a good classic flavor. Barbecue. I've often found barbecue to be a little too sweet for me. Also, this is very, very late. I'm reading this comment very late, but I agree. They could remake Morri Towers with better coverage in the center. So I'm not just being picked off by scope dealers. Please note, if you are a scoped E-leader main, I wish you only the best. This is not a personal dig. The only scoped E-leaders I do not respect are the ones who hide in a corner and then just use Respawn Punisher to make me play the game less. Also, I think I said Respawn Punisher. Respawn Punisher. Thank you, Pearl. Doing all the work for me. Hello, Nox. How are you? Dill pickle Pringles. I was gonna say, isn't that the Canadian flavor? But no, that's... I'm thinking of ketchup. Ketchup is the weird flavor that is not a thing in the States. You know, unless you, like, import your chips like a fancy person. Maybe saying chips and fancy in the same sentence sounds odd, but I remember being in this, like, this Italian import store, this Italian market, and they had an aisle full of snack foods, and they had these bags of fancy gourmet potato chips, including one that was like, geez, like $10 or something, probably more than that. That was, oh, what's that particular cut of pork from Spain that's extremely expensive? I don't remember. But it was that. Then again, I've also seen in recent memory chips that are made like, what are they, like salted egg yolks or something like that? I don't know. They're tiny bags though, and they're like $11 a bag. I don't have that kind of bougie money. Iberica, oh man, I have no idea how to say that. But those, that sounds right. I say Iberian, but I don't think that's quite right. Yeah, salted egg chips, those. I just remember reading somewhere on some food website, people talking about them and raving about them. They're so expensive. And just nutritionally, I feel like I couldn't eat something that unilaterally terrible for me without feeling a pang of guilt and distress. Oh my. Oh my, I'm fine. Where's the fish? Can I just blow up this one in the back and call it a day? Seriously, fish, where are you? I need the fish. There you are. You're in the corner. Okay. Okay, come on, fish. Come on, fish. Let's get stuck. There we go. Iberico, thank you. Assuming I said that correctly. Oh, vending machine. Yeah, why the heck not? I still have all these membucks. Maybe we'll find homing chips. Aw, sorry, Andorra. I think I should be able to afford all of both of these. I think. Actually, no. Just kidding. Probably should have prioritized the damage. Oh well. I'm gonna lose my beautiful cotton candy colors. What a shame. I'm no longer Instagram worthy. Drone gauge, main range. Yeah, let's go for main range. Still Instagram worthy? Maybe. I love how the blue seems to glow on the tips of my tentacles. Oh yeah, never mind. Still Instagram worthy. I say as if I've ever used Instagram in my life. I have not. Very frustrating when somebody links you, like, a photo off of Instagram. And then it's like, oh, sorry, you need an Instagram account if you want to view, like, these cat photos or whatever. Why would you lock these cats from me? I'm not signing up for Instagram. Not even for cats. Oh my. Okay, we good. I've always been a hermit when it comes to social media. I mean, I know Facebook is very much not in vogue any longer, except for certain older parts of the population. But I remember coworkers reacting with shock, like, what do you mean you don't have Facebook? Don't you want to be in, like, the Facebook work group page? No! My God, no, I don't. Even if I did, I would not want to be on a work page. Can you imagine being accessible by your coworkers and your boss at all times in your personal page? Ugh. Yeah, main firing speed. Do I want to do this floor? I mean, they're both escorting the tower. I don't like escorting the tower, so I'll just do the one that's less terrible. Do you think they'll start an awards ceremony and call the trophies Instagrammies? Ugh. Yeah, I'm with Mox. Pain. Social media was a mistake. Everything was a mistake. We're going back to the Neopets forums. I never posted on the Neopets forums. Played Neopets. Too much of a hermit. Too shy. Max firing speed on your no-hack 8-pallet round. Oh, that rules. Some weapons get really silly if you can stack certain chips. Like the blaster, if you manage to max out your firing speed. I think it's only for the blaster it maxes out at 1,000%. So your firing speed is 1,000% faster than the default. It's hysterical. And granted, you run out of ink almost immediately, unless you have, what is it, splat ink recovery, and then you're fine. Something I like about roguelikes just generally is that when you get a good build and it all comes together and everything synergizes well, you feel so powerful. Rigorous danger, and also I hate this floor. Max Lucky Chain. I don't have anything else that goes into... I do have disc piece drop. There is that. I'm gonna take a sip of water. You know what? Do I want homing shots for Andorra, or do I want Max Lucky Chain? Let me take a sip of water. This is your last chance, Andorra. Make a case for me. So I'm gonna stretch for a second too. Ugh. Joy-Con trying to come apart on me. Ugh. Oofa doofa. Ugh. It's gonna be so weird not having to go to work and like my back is gonna heal. It is rigorous. And also I like doing the portals. Yeah, I'm gonna get Max Lucky Chain. I like doing the portals more than the tower escort, but this is more useful to me. Just ignore everything. Ignore everything, unless I can't ignore it any longer. No. Get out of here. Get out of here. Nope. Do not snipe me. Do not snipe me. Okay. Okay. I guess I should just focus on getting through here. So as much as I want to pick this one, no, do not. Let's just go for this one. Posture check, thank you. Ugh. Shrimping. Always shrimping. You're telling me a shrimp fried this spine? Yeah. Okay, fish. Where are you? Fish. Oh my. You're not the fish I was looking for. Where is the fish I was looking for? I don't know. Oh, there it is. That's it. Get stuck, get stuck, get stuck. Yeah. Wow, this was a great run. And look, we're already at the top floor. Now to take care of Smallest, gonna reconfigure that pallet.
Yo, I lost count of how many times you've pulverized that puny punk. When is it gonna throw on the towel?
It could happen. But it probably won't. Thanks, Oct. Thanks for your confidence. I mean, they're right. They're definitely right. Stubborn recognizes stubborn. Stubborn baby recognizes stubborn baby. Let's not mince words. I actually finished a run with, well, finished, I shouldn't say that, but I'm at the top of the tower with a nice ink color. Can't wait for it to look muddy on the results screen.
You back again? Again? I told you everything already. Why must you return here to torment me? Or are you really here just to say hi?
Look, Smallest, we told you the first time. Our only interest here is reconfiguring the pallets.
What? Oh, I forgot. You don't get to do nothing to do any pallets until we have a fight.
What? The infant really said, what?
Host?
Saturnine squatter. Certainly looks very Saturnine. All that gloomy black ink. Goth baby. I wonder if there are already goth babies out there, by which I mean, like, their parents have dressed them in goth fashion. I do not think an infant would have the capacity to deliberately decide I'm gonna be goth. But I'm thinking about, like, parents who dress their infants up in designer baby clothes. Like, I remember seeing people with infants that are very evidently wearing expensive, like, brand name clothing. Like my I was gonna say my favorite, but I mean this in a cynical way. My favorite are when they're wearing designer, like, sneakers, like Nike and Adidas baby shoes. It's like this child is gonna outgrow these in like a few months. And also these shoes are probably worth more than I make in a week. Such horrific excess. So I'm sure there are parents out there that have also decided to deck their baby not in bougie upper crust fashion, but like the hottest alternative Hot Topic looks money can buy. There are, alright. Not surprised. I mean, I guess if you're going to spend exorbitant amounts of money on an infant's wardrobe, at least make it interesting. Right? Why do they need $80 shoes? Something about seeing an infant with a wardrobe that's worth more than the clothes I currently have on. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but at my job, I definitely see a lot of people in just designer clothing, period. Like La Vuitton heels, which I only recognize because of their red soles. Man, there's so many gaudy outfits out there that I look at and I think these look objectively hideous, but I guess people love them because they have the brand name plastered all over them. Why did I throw that there? I thought it was a portal, but I think it was just like the light coming off the top of an item. Oh well. Hashtag Instagrammy. Stop trying to make Instagrammies happen. For sale baby shoes never upvoted. No, no, no. Oh, you don't need to stingray. You really don't. You really don't. Unnecessary. Please. Oh yeah, give me that. Give me that. See? Unnecessary. You take your cotton candy and you're gonna like it. I say cotton candy, it just looks like minced hot dogs again. You wear that hot dog paste with pride.
I lost. I'm a big old loser. Oh well, I lost. And that's all there was to say about it. Go ahead and do your thing with the palette.
Hey, have you thought about not fighting us next time? Maybe?
Don't be silly. If I let you reconfigure all the palettes, then I'd...
Don't leave us hanging. You'd what?
Bleh! Forget it. You won't get me to give up that easily.
We could pop him like a balloon, honestly. Pearl would do it. She wouldn't even need any prompting. You just point at it and go, hey, Pearl, give him the pin, and she'd do it. Yeah, somehow my ink color looks very muddy again. But while I was on top of that tower, it was a glorious cotton candy pink. It always turned you off of stuff you might otherwise thought looked cool if they felt like they were trying to make you a billboard for their logo. Yes! I don't like it when I'm trying to find clothes and like you find like, oh, this sweatshirt looks comfy. Oh, but it has the company's name plastered all over the front. I don't want to wear that. Get out of here. Whatever happened to solid colors? I gotta go to Uniqlo or something.
Another great run, 8. That smallest weirdo sure is cagey, huh?
Sorry, Marina. I keep opening lockers and cutting her off. Give me them pearls. Paying a premium to advertise something for free.
That's the last of your dev diaries, Marina. Man, I can't believe you were doing this the whole time we were on tour. How did I never notice?
Now you know how you and 8 got dragged into this. I'm so sorry.
What for? You were just doing your best so people could remember how they used to be.
Oh, thanks, Pearl. That means so much. They're so cute. Okay, I'm going to switch. Well, actually, first, let me read the thing for this. Did I read DJ Octavio's last time, too? I don't think I did, so let me go through all that.
I've seen how this big manta was raised with love in a warm, caring household. Life seems tough for him right now. He's got responsibilities as head of his clan, friends who give him all sorts of grief, and a job that keeps him up late writing songs. So why is there always such a happy gleam in his eyes? Blech! It annoys me, so he must be punished.
And then Fry.
Blech! What a chaotic mess! Is this what souls are like in Splatsville? And get this, sometimes it plays a strange flute. Poof! A bunch of yellow creatures appear and do tricks. Incredible! Wow, they seem so tame and friendly with the... No! Keeping someone capable of such feats around would only distract me from my mission. For the sake of order, they must all be punished.
And then DJ Octavio.
What? This is a big shot Octalion. He seems to spend most of his time these days flying around in his brand new robot. But this is no time to be grinding, Wasabi. The happiness of all octokind depends on you. Pull yourself together. The magistrate of order doesn't play favorites, not even for big shots. I sentence him to punishment.
And I think... Oh, I haven't read this one yet. No, I have read this one. That's right, the multi-level marketing scheme vibes. That's it. And I think... Yeah, I've read all of these. So, I read Marina's, right? Yes. So, I will take the dualies now. Finally. Smallest just wants friends, don't we all? And yet, all of us are prone to being popped like a balloon. It's all finished! Project Members, which I've given the final title of Dramatic Days in Orderland, is ready to launch. Off the Hook's world tour is on its midway break, so I've been putting all my energy into development. With so much time on my hands, I might have gotten carried away. I maybe took it a bit too far. But everything's looking good for me to help 8 and all the other victims of Kamaboko get their memories back. I need to let Pearl and everyone know the good news right away. One last note so I don't forget. As I was messing around to make Sea Cucumber phones a viable access terminal, I found a security hole. In theory, someone could exploit it and pull anyone with a Sea Cucumber phone into the Memverse against their will. I need to remember to warn the phone company about this. Marina, no, and then she fell asleep at her desk. Tomorrow is finally the trial launch of Dramatic Days in Orderland. 8 will be our first test subject. We've put the system through its paces, but we can't guarantee there aren't any unknown risks. But 8's more than happy to help out anyway. This means so much to me. 8 being 8, I'm sure getting to the top of my tower will be like playing on easy mode. I really hope 8's memories return. Fingers crossed. Pearl is joining us too. She doesn't seem to get what it's all about, but she's usually down for whatever. Together, the two of us will make sure 8 gets through it safe. 8 is just the beginning. If this goes well, soon all of Kamaboko's victims can get their cells back and have fun while they do it. I'm so excited that I have no idea how I'll sleep between now and tomorrow. Adorable. Good art again. I love glasses, Marina. Can we get more glasses, Marina? Like, just generally? Pearl, why are you wearing your sunglasses indoors? Wonderful. Kind of a shame that the picture of Agent 8 doesn't change to match your Agent 8's skin tone. But I could see that might cause not problems per se, but then people would be getting different stickers because there's too many different variations of 8 out there. Yeah, the thought you call the phone company like, hey, I invented a thing that could isekai all of your customers, and they'd be like, well, thank you for the heads up. We got it from here. And then they didn't. As if the phone company would lift a finger. Oh, let's see. Oh, these are all good chips. Let's go for main firing speed. More power. All right, I forgot you can see if I'm just puffing out my cheeks. I was just sitting there like... And then I realized, oh wait, you could see it. I make faces sometimes. Bad habit. But that's the perk of wearing a mask all the time. When you're out and about, no one can see you making faces. Unless they watch your eyes too closely, I suppose. Hey. Yeah, main firing speed up is just a really fun option in general. And you can do a lot of damage pretty fast if you get it high enough. With the caveat being that if you don't have some form of ink saver, you're probably going to empty your tank very quickly, which can be a problem, especially if you're as aggressive as me. But it's so fun. Yeah, don't you just want to be a Jigglypuff? So do I. No. No one needs that. Yeah, I concur. It's good to be aggressive, but also appreciating utility. I guess I should probably take Ink Saver Main, since I just took main firing right up. I love this pink on my tentacles, though. It's kind of a shame I can't change Octomori's hair, but I guess that would look a little weird. I'd be making myself off-model. For those of you that have played through a side order, what do you think the toughest weapon to get through the tower with is? I'm trying to think of how to answer that myself, but I think it kind of depends on what chips you wind up with. Umbrella I can see being tough if you don't get lucky with your chips. Or if you're, like, say, relying too heavily on the drone. But if you get the right chips for it, short range, low damage, bad ink efficiency, yeah, you gotta get a lot of chips for it. Plus, it's got the sprinkler as a sub, which, well, I don't know if I'd say that's the worst sub, but it's not great for this. I think dodge roll attack is a separate one, right? I'm gonna get splat ink recovery. Oh, the Luna, interesting. I like the blaster a lot, but I can also see how that one would go very wrong. I guess most weapons can go pretty wrong if you don't have good abilities for it. Or the abilities you wind up taking don't synergize well. I need a better word that's not synergize. I don't want to sound like Mr. Grizz. Luz, hello, how are you? How is everyone's favorite littlest of guys? Except for maybe Small Fry. Oh yeah, I forgot you can do that. Yeah, give Luce a shout out. Luce is good people. Luce has also been streaming Sonic Adventure on Sundays, which has been, I don't know about the rest of you, but has been a great source of delight for me, because Sonic Adventure is a good game. It's good, and it's a game. Is it a good game? I'm not qualified to answer that. Random number between 1 and 12 and 1 or 2. I say 3 and then 2. Let's go ink attack size. Almost makes you want to edit together a 2-hour video of it. You could get 2 hours out of the Big the Cat stages alone. Meow, 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 meow. So Luce, when you do finish Sonic Adventure, you will of course move on to the masterpiece that is Sonic Adventure 2, correct? Now, you don't have to, of course, it is your stream, your rules. But I'm sure I would not be the only person campaigning for Sonic Adventure 2. Ow. Alright, I can only dodge roll once unless I have chips for it. I forgot. Well, good enough. Bless Big the Cat. Wait, Lucia weren't here. Hang on. I was showing off some of the GIFs I had. Well, not just GIFs, the images I had saved on my desktop because I haven't cleaned it off. So just so, since you're here, I just need to share this very important image of Big the Cat. There he goes. I just thought you needed to see that. All right, good talk. Good talk, everybody. It's from Sonic Shuffle, if anyone is curious, which I've not played, personally. But I've heard it's described like Mario Party, but worse. There him go. What do you mean, why? Why I've never played Sonic Shuffle, or why is Big getting consumed? What do you mean, free him? I do not have that power. I mean, Big can free himself if he so chooses. Big the Cat is, I think, the most powerful being in the universe. And if Big chooses not to free himself from the maws of that huge reptile, he clearly has a plan. Maybe Froggy is in there, I don't know. The story mode is weird. So is there a story mode in Sonic Shuffle? I mean, I guess some of the Mario parties also ostensibly had a story mode, but I use that in a very loose sense of the word. Like, Mario Party 3 is a story mode. It's not really the most interesting thing, but it's there. Those who consume or often consume themselves. That reminds me, weirdly, that I have a notepad document on my phone that's just full of stuff from dreams I've had. You know, I'll just try and make notes of weird dreams I've had when I get up in the morning. I don't always remember to do it. But I remember one. I had a weird dream about, like, a cult. And there was a similar phrase from that dream that I wrote down. And I think it was something like, consumption is the highest form of exaltation. They were like an auto-cannibal cult. So, maybe not something that you'd want to mimic. But I just remember that line upon waking because I thought, wow, that sounds cool. Knowing nothing about the game, Sonic Shuffle sounds like that one Mario rhythm game. Mario DDR? That's what they're doing in Mario DDR, awkwardly shuffling around to some of the worst music you can imagine. I mean, Poison Ink is just good. I could get Splash Radius. I think that would also play into the Reef Slider explosions, so... yeah, why not? Sonic Shuffle used the VMU in a cool way. Everyone could see the back of everyone's hands on the TV, but on the VMU you saw your own hand. That is cool. Kind of reminds me of stuff like Four Swords Adventures or Crystal Chronicles where players used Game Boy Advances. Oh, okay, bye. That showed unique things on the screen for them. Of course, the downside being that if you wanted to play, then everyone needed not only a Game Boy Advance, but also the correct peripheral to connect the Game Boy Advance to the GameCube. I don't know how much a VMU cost, and if that came standard whenever you bought a Dreamcast controller, but I could see that getting expensive. Splat Drone Gauge is good, but let's get Drone Battery Drop. I miss Crystal Chronicles too. I'm still gutted about the remake, honestly. Yeah, because the horrible networking. Like, the fact that you couldn't just pick a party of your friends and just consistently travel with them across levels and through towns. You had to remake a new party for every level. You couldn't wander around towns with friends anymore. You couldn't play Blazing Caravans, which was a travesty. I don't know what they were thinking, except I heard that part of the reason the Crystal Chronicles remaster, remake, whatever was so awful was that they were made to put it on mobile devices as well, as opposed to just focusing on the console, and that's why the communication features are so awful. I might be misremembering. You want another Morri Loose Nox collab stream of playing Sonic Shuffle? You know, I mean, does that emulate, like, with network play? Asking for a friend? They did not come packaged with the controller. Another $50. Ugh. Yeah, I can see why, even if you liked Sonic Shuffle and wanted to get friends to play Sonic Shuffle with you, that might be a bit of a rough sell, yeah. I will not do this floor. Heck this floor. Let's go for splash damage. Oh, Frosty, hello. Let me hydrate. Thank you. Thank you, I needed that. We can all play local co-op on Nox's couch. That's true, and then Nox doesn't have to go outside. We can just chill on their couch. The Dreamcast did have internet, but did Sonic Shuffle have online play? I genuinely don't know. I'm finally doing the dualies, my last palette. Aside from the last palette. But my last palette is the dualies. Feels appropriate somehow. Hang on, fish. Hang on, fish. Thinking too hard about the Dreamcast and Sonic Shuffle and not focusing on putting this fish out of its misery. Goodbye. Can you Crystal Chronicles on Dolphin Netplay? Does that work reliably? Including mimicking the Game Boy Advance connection. Of course, what I really want on Netplay is Four Swords Adventures. I played that game with my brother and it was a riot. I mean, I played Crystal Chronicles with my brother too, and that was also a riot. I always had to carry the chalice, the bucket. That was my job. I mean, I volunteered to do it. Was there a part of me that didn't trust my brother with the chalice? Maybe a little bit. Look, older siblings know that you never give the younger siblings power over who lives and who dies. Because they will not use that power for good. Not for your good, certainly. You're doing a bit, right, Lou? Saying, gee, I didn't know the internet existed back then. I know you're doing a bit. Where are you going? Get down. Come on. Okay, and then where's the straggler? You're over here. There we go. Sometimes loose makes you wonder. Yeah, me too. Can never really be sure if Loose is doing something as a bit or not. But you know, I think that's part of his power. He truly is just a little guy. Now, is he as guileless as he wants us to believe? I don't know, but that's part of his mystique. I bet playing Phantasy Star Online on the Dreamcast would have been amazing. I was mentioning this on when I saw Loose streaming Sonic Adventure the other day. So if you heard it there, forgive the redundancy. But I saw Phantasy Star Online previewed in EGM back in the day. I used to read EGM all the time because I love learning about all sorts of different games, even if I didn't have the consoles required to play them. And I remember reading about Phantasy Star Online and EGM. Why can I not get rid of this roller? Jeez, Morri. And thinking they were really, it looked really cool, even though I'm not an MMO person, just because I like the look of the worlds and all the character classes and all that. And the only thing I really remember from all the screenshots in EGM that someone they were partying with had a phony whirl, like one of the spellcasters, the elven-esque spellcasters named Mai Sharona. M-A-I Sharona. Like the song. You became an MMO person around that time. What do you like playing? EverQuest was your first MMO. I remember visiting some kid's house in, like, high school, I think, because we had to do a group project, and seeing EverQuest on her computer. And I would say I was fascinated, but I just, like, wow, a real MMO that you have to pay a subscription for and everything. It did look terribly interesting to me, I think, but because I'm not really patient when it comes to grindy games. And let's get Drone Splat Bomb, since I have the battery drop. Yeah, Sega had a streaming service. I knew a kid, actually, who I think had access to Sega Channel, whatever it was called. Uh-oh, do I have homing chips? I do, I have homing shots. Uh-oh. Well, that's for you, Endora. It's only 50%. Hopefully shouldn't be terrible. Didn't EverQuest EverQuest, if I'm not misremembering, because I like to read about game design, even for games that I don't play, I love to read about game design. Didn't EverQuest have a thing where, like, if you perished, you could lose experience and level down? I know some MMOs had that. And certain MMOs had very stiff penalties for death. Like WoW making you walk back to your corpse. I don't know if you also dropped your gear at one point. Hopefully not, but I also wouldn't be surprised. Spend hours and hours and hours grinding and then have it all undone because you died and lost a big chunk of experience. You could do that in EverQuest. Oh yeah, I read about that in Final Fantasy XI too, that you could lose hours of progress potentially if you died. Oof. Do I want any of these particularly? I mean, Inksaber sub isn't bad, because the getting around with the curling bombs isn't a bad idea. Disc piece drop also good though, and I do have Max Lucky Chain up. Yeah, let's go for it. You were gifted a copy of EverQuest by a much older cousin once. You got stuck in the opening areas every time you played. Aww. Do you remember, like, what kind of character you played as? Baby's first MMO. Honestly, I just like the character creation. You know what I wish more games had was, like the glamour system in Final Fantasy XIV, where you can glamour all your gear to look like different pieces of gear. So you're not stuck with like this grotesquely mismatched clown shoes wardrobe. Stop. Because I mean, fashion is the real endgame, right? Even if I didn't have access to really cool clothes, because of course I'm not like one of those super hardcore players doing like the end game raids and whatnot. Stop. Okay. Joanna, hello, how are you? You didn't get to glimpse the eclipse at all, did you? Since you're a little further east than I am. Ooh, main firing speed. I do want more of that. Ink attack size also good, but let's get more main firing speed. Glamour is truly the only endgame. I'll have to... I do have screenshots of my Viera from Final Fantasy XIV on my laptop, not here, but I'll have to show some on stream sometime. I still miss it sometimes, but I'm a hermit. I don't like the actual social aspect of playing an MMO. Like, I'm interested in the story, but I don't want to have to party up with people because I'm shy. And I know you can just go into dungeons, you don't have to say anything, most players don't. But I have this fear, I don't want them to think I'm rude, I have to at least say hi. And also, what if I'm new to the dungeon? If I don't know all the mechanics, they're gonna judge me for it. Pressure. And like, if you've never played a healer, you don't know true fear until your tank, without warning, pulls everything and runs. Like, at least tell me you're gonna do it. You play 14 now, huh? What kind of character do you play as? I have a Viera, not that I've played in a long time, but I have a Viera named Morri. I was originally a Mikote because I didn't have access to Vieras at the time. Did you know Final Fantasy XIV has a very robust free trial that you could play up to, you know the meme. But I was originally a Mikote, so I made my name lore compliant. So it's Mohri AHRTI, I believe. I don't spell well in my head because I lose track. But Moriarty. The H's are silent if you're a Mikote. So that still lingers even though I'm a Vieira now. Yeah, sure. Let's just do it. Do I want one more? It's getting expensive. Let's get a couple mobile special charge too. All right. I want to see your bun, Nox. You saw a partial eclipse with your own eyes. Yeah, with glasses I would hope, but that's cool. I guess since I just bought a bunch of these, let's go for Lucky Bombs. Oh, big mood, Nox, big mood. You just like the character creator. You just, or rather, me saying I like the character creation reminds you of how you'd play The Sims. Use the money cheat and then make the biggest house ever. I remember trying to do that in The Sims 2 once. I forget why, that I thought, okay, I'm gonna try and make a Sim family based on the Powerpuff Girls. And I put a lot of effort into, like, making their bedroom and everything. And, you know, making, like, 3 different areas with pink, blue, and green. And I was proud of myself, and then I, you know, tried running the whole household, and then I discovered there's too much going on and the game slows down. I made this stupid house too elaborate. But then, interior design was never my passion. You get the urge to try Final Fantasy XIV, but then you remember you can't, or you'll truly become a hermit. Just do it loose. Be the cat boy you've always wanted to be. I don't remember if I read this once, so I'm just gonna read it anyway.
Man, I just remembered our world tour is over. I had such a blast. Can we do another one?
Your shows really were off the hook. And the crowds were almost unnaturally enthusiastic. You think so? I wonder.
What's up, Rena?
Could Pearl's voice during the battle with Order have imprinted on the unconscious minds accessing the members? It can't be. But in theory, maybe she doesn't. I guess it's true that Pearl's voice leaves an impression on the folks who hear it. You're a cat boy, but you'll probably become a cat man for Dawn Trail. Congratulations on your I was gonna say your Hrothgaritis, but that doesn't sound like a good thing at all. I diagnose you with Catman. Let's go for main piercing, sure. Your problem is you'd make rooms for each member of the family, but then they'd refuse to sleep where you want them to. They're ruining your dream home. I remember playing The Sims 2, and like I just downloaded a bunch of like character mods for it. So I would just have all these fictional characters running around my neighborhood because it was fun for me. Some I recreated on my own. I remember having Otacon at least. I don't remember if, I think Snake was probably also there. Definitely Otacon. I had Final Fantasy characters. I had Sephiroth and Aerith. And I have no attachment to Sephiroth. I like Aerith. Sephiroth is eh. I haven't played through Final Fantasy VII. Maybe he's more interesting when you play through the game and you don't just see him brooding menacingly. But I like Aerith. And I remember having a screenshot of my Aerith sim pointing and laughing at the Sephiroth sim while he crossed his arms and pouted. I wish I still had that screenshot. It was very funny. It is a danger floor, but I want main range. I'm gonna take main range. What kind of taxes does a catman have to pay? Fish, catnip, no, that's right. Tomes and coke. Tomestones. Or whatever they were called. You know, Crush Me, it's very brave of you to elect to be a Hrothgar for Dawn Trail. Because as cool as they are, you have to give up your ability to wear hats. Maybe Hrothgar can wear more hats than Vieira can. But I was so sad to find out that so many pieces of headgear you can't use well when you're a bunny rabbit. Like, can't I just have a smaller version of a hat that just sits jauntily to the side or something? That's basically the plot of 7. You're right. Aerith points and laughs at Sephiroth, and then he pouts about it for a while. And then he takes action. I remember a lot of weird quirks from that playthrough. Like, maybe I didn't set up my house properly. I don't know what it was, but I remember one of my Sims sat down to play chess or something, and then he got stuck on the chair and couldn't get up from it. And some, like, little bubble would keep appearing over his head, I guess indicating there was an obstacle or something. But I couldn't figure out what it was a picture of. And I tried, like, deleting things around him, but he never got up from that chair. Maybe he's still sitting there. Sorry, dude. Inksaber main also would be good. More lucky bombs also good. I guess it's just which of these do I want to do? Yeah, let's do this one. He sat on glue. He thought too hard about chess. He dedicated too much of his brain space to chess and forgot how to do anything else, including locomotion. If only we had played the hit song, Come On Do the Locomotion with Me, he still wouldn't be stuck in that chair. A coworker was playing the Kylie Minogue version of that song earlier, that's why I'm thinking about it. At least I think it was Kylie Minogue. I also remember, I don't know if, like, I put the wrong kind of countertops in the kitchen or whatever, because, again, interior design is not my forte. I'm not really patient enough for a lot of facets of that. Like, I know some people will make incredibly elaborate houses for their Sims, or, like, same with designer towns in Animal Crossing. I've never been able to do it. But I remember, for whatever reason, I remember Sephiroth doing this specifically, would go to the kitchen to make food, and he would get stuff out of the fridge, but then he would go and prepare it in the bathroom. Maybe I put the wrong types of countertops in the bathroom. I don't know, but he would just pick up this plate of food and then take it to the bathroom to prepare it. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, sure, I'll take dodge roll attack. Why not? I think I am not the target audience for The Sims. I mean, I had The Sims 2, and I played a bit of it. It was fun to goof around with fictional characters, but I am not cruel and capricious enough to be a Sims player. I do not delight in the mundanity of the day-to-day, so that facet of The Sims was not interesting to me. And I was not a cruel and uncaring god enough to deliberately murder my Sims in hilarious fashions. So I didn't really get much out of the experience, but I know some people get super into The Sims and make these huge sprawling dynasties and all of this drama. It's not my cup of tea. You're convinced Sims just love rooms with toilets in it. Well, better they're in a room with a toilet than without. That was the other thing that annoyed me about The Sims, is how unautonomous the Sims are, all of them. And that they seem to need babying every step of the way. And I've heard in later Sims games they're much better at being autonomous. It's like, I shouldn't have to tell you to clean up after yourself or go use the bathroom. Like, come on. Back in college and you were too painfully shy to talk to people, you did actually make ramen using the bathroom sink. That Sim is you? My Sephiroth Sim? Oh, I've cracked the code. Hello, Unknown. How are you? See, as long as someone here can kill a Sim, the balance is restored. Someone else has to be a sociopath to their Sims, because I cannot. And I know you're probably surprised at seeing the way I play games on stream, but I am entirely too nice. Sims are basically Tamagotchis what does that mean then that so many people would deliberately, you know, try and get their Sims killed? You know, the old deleting the pool ladders, or locking them in a room with a fireplace and a bunch of carpets. I'm sure there was more. I know there's also weird and unusual Sim deaths, like, I don't remember if you could do this in the, not, I say do as if you could do it on purpose, but maybe in The Sims 2? Maybe it was in The Sims 3, but they could die by, like, having a satellite fall on them? Like, if you make your Sims stargaze, there's, like, a tiny chance a satellite would crush them? I've never seen it occur. Why would you kill a Sim? I don't know, and I hit a bomb because I was reading chat. No, I never deleted pool ladders. That's what Sephiroth did to Aerith. She went for a swim and he deleted the ladder. Playing God gives rise to unrestrained ambitions. Maybe that's why I've never really played many God games in the past. You know, like Spore, or Sim Earth, or Black and White. I'm sure there's more, and I'm blanking on them. You wanted a graveyard, so you would make these big families you didn't want and invite them over for a swim. Okay, that's genius stuff. Can you really not, like, put tombstones on your Sim's lot without a corpse being tethered to it, for lack of a better word? Like, you can't just decide, I want tombstones for the aesthetic. No, someone has to die. They're not just gonna sell you a tombstone. We can't have a blank tombstone, that's illegal. Oh man, I want to go over it. I played myself. Whenever a Child Protective Services tried coming to take away your Sims kid, you'd pause the game and build walls around them. I've seen people, like, make hideous mazes for Sims having to walk through, like, to get to work and whatnot. I forget if they've also done that with Child Protective Services. You had an ex that played Sims, and your daughter caught fire while cooking, but instead of using the extinguisher, they wanted to use the shower 3 floors up. See, only in the Sims games. Like, Sims are not human, they are Sims. They are operating on a completely different alien form of logic. That is my theory, and I'm sticking to it. That's why they make food in the bathroom. Can you please stop charging at me? This fight is taking forever. Oh, jeez. No, what have I done? I played myself. They didn't make it. I didn't make it either. I was just showing sympathy for that Sim that was on fire. And she went up to use the shower instead. Genius. Tombstone comes with a free go. Sweet. You'd also delete the only staircase so the worker couldn't reach the second floor. I shouldn't underestimate people's creativity in making their Sims' lives as miserable as possible. Nobody likes this ball fight, right? Maybe somebody does. Maybe somebody out there just loves sea urchins and they're hype about this fight. And you know what? Sea urchins are pretty cool. Come on, can you not charge at me, please? This fight is taking forever. Ooh, goo. Ooh. I wish I was a little faster now. Okay, are we done? Are we done screaming now? Ugh. You know, I have a recollection of, gosh, it was back on LiveJournal, but I remember a friend's posting, like, screenshots of, I think it was her Sims 1 file, actually. And I don't know if that game had, like, built-in celebrity Sims, or if you had to mod them in deliberately. But I just remember distinctly Drew Carey showing up at one of her Sims houses. Like, there was a Sim Drew Carey, and the game announced, like, oh, Drew Carey is here. So maybe he was just officially built into the game in some capacity. I don't know. You'd use a cheat to move the mailbox in the middle of the road so the bus/carpool wouldn't leave and your Sims could take it. Remind me never to give Andorra cosmic divine power. They probably wouldn't live without this ball fight. Maybe reset it so much just to fight the ball. For some people, ball is life. Even that one. Why not? I mean, I think this also plays in my reef slider. And also the bombs Pearl has, so why not? An episode of the Drew Carey show done in The Sims. You know, I wasn't aware of that. My mom liked the Drew Carey show, so it's one of those shows I've seen a decent chunk of secondhand. Like, I've never sat down to watch an episode, but I've seen it. So, maybe. Like, just a whole episode done in The Sims, huh? That's... You know, that's interesting. I don't know how good of an episode it was, or how uncanny it might have felt, but props for creativity. You know, I like that I have dodge roll attack. Kind of a shame I only have the one dodge roll. Good. Oh no. Oh. Do not snipe me. Do not snipe me, please. Okay. No. No. Come on, man. It's kind of a waste of armor, but just so I don't die. Do not want to die. Okay, stop. Stop. Cease. Cease. Desist. I need lucky chain window. Like, my chain is ending too quick, you think? Oh, you might be onto something. I did an extra dodge roll. I cheated the system. I just believed really hard. Well, there's lucky chain window, but do I want it over ink attack size or main range? It's a danger floor, though. Main range, I think, might be good, because this does not have great range. I did a dodge tumble, that's right. It's gymnastics. It doesn't count. It's legally distinct from a roll. I just kind of flailed forward a little bit. I think I still... Yeah. That's as fast as I can do it. I don't know how I feel about this ink color. If it was a little greener, it would almost be watermelon. Okay, good, good. Why not? Put that splash radius to use. Ah, jeez. Sure, I'll take this. Okay. Whoa. Oof. Oh, sure, I'll take that. How convenient. Will it go before my tank runs dry? Ooh, there we go. Probably the nicest rigorous floor. As long as you don't get hosed by a danger. Ooh, main firing speed. I mean, there was another vending machine. I really like main firing speed. Well, let's take the vending machine. I might get even more better chips. Or nothing. I might get nothing. I mean, sticky ink. Ooh, triple splashdown. Actually, I want to take this instead of the reef slider. I like that better than the reef slider. I mean, sticky ink isn't bad to have, certainly. I wouldn't turn my nose up at sticky ink. Okay. Mobile special. Yeah, let's go for mobile special, since I have, I think, a pretty good special. The re-slider's not bad, but I think this one probably the best for crowd control. And it's the comedy floor. Pew. 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 How relaxing. How zen. A bloodbath. Kinda wish the bloodbath was a nicer color. No, not that I needed that. It just feels like a waste. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of water. One sec. Okay. I really wish... I want Marina's excavator dialogue. Give us the excavator. I actually wouldn't mind swim speed. It is a danger floor, but it is a normal floor. Hello, Clay. How are you? I'm very grateful for folks joining me on my last stream before I go on vacation. I hope you all can survive without me for a little while, but hey, I have my YouTube channel if you want. It should be linked below my video here on Twitch and my about, but it's Miss Morri Plays on YouTube. I say that because there's a couple of exclusives there, not much, maybe more in the future, but my Cult of the Lamb playthrough, and also I checked out the demo of Crow County. Or sorry, Crow Country. I keep wanting to call it Crow County, but it's Crow Country, are only on my YouTube channel. Oh, thank you, Kapotoko. Yeah, there you go. If you need me while I'm not here, there's that. Ooh, an epic nap. I wish I had the power to have a nap and be refreshed afterwards. What is the secret to that? Oh, sticky ink, special charge. They're both pretty good, honestly. Let's do sticky ink. I'm sorry, Roboy. I'll only be away for... I'm taking a full 2 weeks off work, so I won't be here on Friday or Tuesday or the Friday or Tuesday after. But then the Friday after that, I'll be back. So you'll just have to wait a little bit without me. I know, it feels so empty without me, or however the Eminem song goes. Uh-oh. I need to get to this fish. I can't reach. Okay. Is it worth that disc piece? I don't know. Oh my. Okay. Well, that's convenient. The secret is not setting an alarm so your body wakes up after a complete sleep cycle. I need to time my naps better, evidently. I find I either don't sleep long enough or I sleep way too long. Like, I remember reading somewhere that the ideal nap time is like 26, 27 minutes, so like right before your body enters REM sleep. But then if I try doing that, I think, man, I didn't actually fall asleep. I wanna snooze. Don't do that. That's the devil talking. Splat bomb, drone, battery. Rigorous splat zones between floors 21 and 29 that start with C. Oh, you want that cruel Sisyphean 8-shaped floor, don't you? Alas, it is not here. Oh, you got a backup save of your original Pokemon Blue playthrough. Well, see, now you can get all your original Pokemon back without feeling the emptiness that using fast forward granted you. Also, belatedly, I'm sorry spring allergies have been getting you down. I forget how awful this time of year can be for allergies in some places. Here, it's still, like, there's still snow outside. It's been warmer, so not a lot of snow, but everything is still very much brown and dried out. It's very dry here, so it doesn't really look like spring at all. But hey, at least the birds are singing in the morning, and that makes me happy. Yep, set an alarm for 26 minutes every time you want a nap. That's just science. 29th floor. Yeah, sure. Let's go for the vending machine. Why not? I would like to see this meme. I may regret saying that, but I would like to see this meme. What you got? Main damage distant. Well, alright. Wow, I could even buy my reef slider back if I wanted. Nope. Okay, full pallet. That Smallest really ain't down with letting us reconfigure the pallets. Yeah, it's weird. Our mission here doesn't even have anything to do with it.
So how come it keeps getting in our way? Does it want payback that bad? You Oct, let us in on the joke.
Don't ask me. Ask Smallest. It featured a man and a child on a bench. The man goes, "When is it spring for you?" And the child in the next panel replies, "I live in Canada." And the third panel has them hugging solemnly. Help me. Help me. Now, if you lived on the coast... Also, hey, I have Kirby ink colors. Much better than that weird, gaudy yellow with bright red.
Smallest, what gives? Why do you gotta be so... Oh, you're here again. Okay, time for us to fight. And if you win, you have my permission to reconfigure your palette.
It seems kinda pleased with itself.
I guess we're fighting again? Pound whatever. Let's go, 8.
Ooh, I will posture check and I may have to hydrate in just a moment. Tentacled troublemaker. Round whatever. A pearl cannot count higher than 9, confirmed. If it has 2 digits, that's too many. She can't be bothered. She doesn't have time for that. Thought I had the reef slider. No. I guess I joked too much about getting the reef slider again, and I paid for it. I should actually turn away a little, because I have main damage distant, I think. Yeah. There we go. Pearl doesn't have time for math. That's nerd stuff. That's what Marina's here for. These are the Splat Dualies, which are actually the first weapons you start with in this game mode, but I just haven't used them yet. Like, not on purpose, but it just, when it came time to picking whatever weapon I did a run with next, it was never the dualies. And then, after a point, it just seemed appropriate to have the dualies be the final weapon that I complete a run with. Uh-oh. No squish, no squish. Oh, come, you squished. You weren't supposed to. Please. Rude. Whoa, what the... Don't spawn those guys. Ooh. Get out of here. Okay, whoa. that. Heck him up, Pearl. Oh, hang on. I'm stuck. No hecking up will be happening right now until I get unstuck. Okay. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do this, smallest, please. I don't know if I've ever seen this fight where those sniper fellas spawn. Towering Noblemente, I think is what they're called. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. I just stand there and face tank it, Morri. It's what Pearl would want. You know that's how she would do it. Yay! Suyoi Sugiru! One more reconfigured palette on the books.
So, are you leaving so soon?
Easy there. That wasn't the last palette we need to reconfigure. We'll see us again.
You better hope not. I'll definitely win next time. I can't wait to... Never mind. Forget it and go.
Wow, soon, soon, daddy, daddy. Woohoo. Yet again, my end ink color looks so muddy. I forget what Belle said. Something about the lighting map on the hair tentacles is not present on this results screen, and that's why it always looks so dull. When you had this fight one time, Smallest kept spawning those snipers over and over, and the arpeggio launchers. Jeez. Rude.
Gotta admit, this place is growing on me. But that colorful Inkopolis Square vibe still has a beat.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel a little strange wandering around a bleached husk of my normal town. Even if it has all these delightful sea creatures bobbing around, like whatever this dewy anime-eyed shrimp creature is. Whoa. Pearl did it. 8's palette.
The lockers turned into 8's palette?
I did not expect that. Kind of weird that your palette was the lockers themselves, 8?
But this is the last one, yeah? We just gotta reconfigure it and we're done here.
Wait. Something's odd about your palette, 8. It seems a bit resistant to hacking. In fact, the more hacks you have active, the fewer color chips you can set.
Huh. Well, that throws a wrench into the usual plan. I like it. Alright, 8. First, check with Marina to see if you can live without any of those hacks. Then we'll get your palette to the top of the spire, no sweat.
Oh, 8, guess what? I just finished a feature that lets you start a run from a floor where it ended. You can choose a run to start from with Y. It'll be a real time saver. I bet. There's the Splatoon run that didn't work out, but we won't look at that. So I believe for every hack you have active for 8's palette, it reduces the number of color chips you can equip by 6, I think. So it's very restrictive on what you can have. So I'm just going to switch everything off. You can keep risky rewards on as far as I'm aware, without any problem. I'll get rid of my discount. Okay, that's all off. Everything's off. I'll keep risky rewards on, because why not? Do I have anything else on right now? Because I feel like if it's... Max risky rewards is 3 point... Maybe it is just 3 times. I don't remember. Have a good snooze, Roboy. Thank you for joining us. Good luck with your future Pokemon endeavors, too. So, there is a badge you can get if you clear 8's palette with 4 or fewer hacks. So let me read this first, and then I'm going to put on 8's palette.
Did you know I study my enemies' moves in the name of order? Thanks to the digital tickets those jerks sent me, I watch all the live streams of their shows. Then I check the VODs to examine every detail of their every move. Curse that Pearl. She's too cool.
You think Pearl streams on twitch.tv or whatever the Inkling equivalent is? I hope Pearl doesn't have heated gamer moments. Oh yeah, so the more hacking effects you have active, the fewer color chips you can set in this palette. So to get the badge for a low hacks palette for this, you can have, I believe, up to 4. I think I did this with 3 hacks. I thought I had 4, and then I looked, and I only had 3. So I'm going to try and do that here. I'm going to give myself 1 extra life. When I think I did an extra life and then armor recovery, because I love armor recovery. But damage reduction actually might be smarter because you take so much damage from things. So I might do this. 2 lives, damage, okay. 3 lives, damage reduction. That's what I'm gonna take. That is all I get. If I really wanted to do it for the memes, I'd do like vending machine discount or something, but no. Let's do this. Now, I would like to do no hacks. I think that would be most fun, but I also want to beat this. So in the interest of not looking too foolish, I'm gonna do these 4. Thank you. I will do my best, so I have to be really careful about what I pick. Main ink coverage, ink recovery. These are both pretty good. Let's do main ink coverage. I really wish I'd done only 3 chips now that I look at it. So much is locked away from me. Have a good trip. Sorry I can't smoke. Or wait, no, I mean, have a good snooze. I'll have a good trip. Sorry I can't smuggle people in my luggage. Now I kind of wish I'd only done it with 3 hacks so I'd have more room in my palette. So I have to be really choosy about what I pick. And hope that I get some good chips. Yeah, have a good trip to Dreamland. To Kirby's Dream Land 2 specifically. Do I have more than 4 hacks enabled? I thought I only had 4, because I have 2 lives and then the 2 damage reduction. So I think that's only 4, right? Now, when I did it in my main file, I thought I only had 4, but apparently I only had 3. So, like, I didn't actually pick as many as I could have. Like, I'm pretty sure 2 damage reduction. I mean, I still have risky rewards enabled, but I don't think that affects the palette. Right? I'm gonna feel very silly now if it turns out I have like 1 hack too many. Yeah, I guess we'll just keep the run going, and if it doesn't work, then I do another one. Oh yeah, I forgot you can pay Membucks to skip floors, which might be good if you get a chip, or like none of the chips are good since your pellet is so limited, but I will take main range. Main range I think is just universally useful. Maybe I should have just given myself 2 lives. No, do not shove. Okay, good. Do not. Do not. Do not. Okay. Swim speed. I don't really want any of these. Since my palette is so limited, I'm gonna skip. Let's see. I don't really want any of these either. You know, I'll take Can Special Drop, because that can be good in a pinch. Using your special to clear the air and also refilling your ink tank. Not a bad thing to have. Gosh, maybe shot spread reduction wouldn't have been a bad idea. I see now how far my shots spread out, which is good for turf coverage. Not so much for doing concentrated damage to things, though. Let's just use this. Whoosh. Uh-oh. Hi. Hi. Don't do that, please. Oh my. Ah. Oh no, I didn't want to go back down here. Ooh. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Mistakes were almost made. This piece drop also wouldn't be bad, but I want to be self-sufficient here. I don't want to... let's go to the vending machine, because that way I don't have to pay to skip the floor. And maybe something good will be in here. Mobile special charge actually isn't bad. That's like all of my... Ugh. All my membucks. And it takes up a precious slot in my palette. I think I will abstain. That's the kind of thing that isn't really effective unless you stack it. And I don't have the room to stack.
Oh no! Nobody panic, but I think I might have forgot my umbrella on the plane.
What? The one we took home from the tour? Just reach out to the airport. I'm sure they can help.
Nah, if it's on the plane, it's still in our backyard, so I'll just grab it once we're done here.
Backyard? We're talking about the same kind of airplane, right? Pearl is fabulously, unfathomably wealthy. Ugh, I don't really want any of these. I mean, I guess disc piece drop, again, isn't bad. I don't want to have to rely on lucky chips, though. Ugh. Oh, what the heck? What the heck? Being able to shut down portals is very handy to avoid potentially getting overwhelmed, so... Oh, the noise itches. Do not. Please do not. Okay. Slow and steady. Okay. Wow, homing shots. Ugh, don't really want any of these. Main damage distant isn't bad. Sure. Hello, did you bring a light? How are you this fine Tuesday evening? Really shouldn't be a Tuesday. It doesn't feel like a Tuesday. Aside from the fact I'm streaming, it doesn't feel like a Tuesday. Does anyone else just forget what day of the week it is because just the vibes feel wrong?
This doesn't feel like a Tuesday. This feels like a Wednesday.
I'm very good at forgetting what day of the week it is. Oh, it's nice when you're like, you know, I thought it was Wednesday, but it's actually Thursday. I'm a day closer to the end of the week. But of course, the worst is when you're like, oh, I thought it was Thursday, but it's actually only Wednesday. This work week is taking forever. That's terrible. Oh, please, I'm trying so hard. Okay, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. Okay. The days bleed together sometimes. You get it, Nox. Yeah, you too, Clay. It's good to keep track of them, but I've never been good at keeping track of that kind of stuff. More disc piece drop. I mean, if I wanted to funnel into it. Ink attack size also good, though. And I like being self-sufficient. Did anyone else, when they were in school, did you have, like, an agenda, like a planner? I remember in school they would always give us these planners every year. And I would try and make the effort for a little bit, but I would never wind up using them very much. Or I'd just, like, doodle in them and never use them for their intended purpose, which was ostensibly to keep track of events and other things. I am not organized. Yes, and you were still bad at, you were bad at using it, hashtag ADHD. Oh yeah, same. They still do, huh? Oh. Yeah, I guess some kids must use them as intended and are not like me and certain other individuals here who just have it and then never use it. Your phone beeps when you need to do something or be somewhere, and you're glad it did because otherwise you'd forget at least half the time. Hate this floor, but sticky ink I think would be good. Just putting more space between me and the opposition. Splash damage also would be good with my triple splashdown, though. I'm pretty sure it affects that. That's tough. Tough call. I mean, I do hate this floor. I hate this floor. But that's also a big speed reduction. Let's go for sticky ink for now. Not to America, but yours always had, like, bald eagles and US flags on them. Oh. I don't remember what ours looked like, but, you know, like, school branding, but nothing so aggressively Canadian. But then I think that that display of patriotism is probably a uniquely American thing. Like, as I mentioned prior, when I'm in the States, what always surprises me is the sheer number of American flags I see, like, on people's houses and in their yards and whatnot. No, there's another one over there. No. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Yeah, I know zone boss. I know. Okay, there's one. We are all inking, and inking is pain. No, get out of here. Do not snipe me from below, or above, or anywhere. What did I just say? No respect. No respect, I tell you, no respect. Oh, I lost control. Alright. I'm not gonna make it. I made it. Okay. Get out of here. I just need you to go. I need you to. Of course. You know what? It's still better than when I did this with the roller. Oh lordy, that took like, what, 3.5 minutes? Okay, please. They used to force you to use the planners by making your parents sign them, but you lost yours, so it It didn't matter much. That's the power move right there. Can't make my parents sign my planner if I lose my planner. The traffic you had to witness felt like a Friday already. Ugh. People all just going somewhere? Don't you people have jobs? Every time we get, like, super, super busy at the coffee shop, sometimes I think to myself, don't you people have jobs? And then I think, yeah, they do. But they're just here faffing about and taking extended breaks from their jobs. Because they have that luxury. Not us serving them in the coffee shop, though. Never us. Where do you think you're going? Stop that. And when I go to the States, I'm not even very far south. Like, I'm near Washington, D.C. So that's not, like, super patriot land, right? And there's a lot of colonial houses there. But it seems like a fairly liberal area compared to other places I've heard of. Oh boy, scary. Where you going? Where you going? Okay. One more. One more. Hello. Goodbye. Alright. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna stretch. Oof. Ugh. Feels good to get a new best time on a floor. Vending machine, mobile ink recovery. That's a good one, honestly. I like mobile ink recovery. Yeah, I've got 5 slots for chips left. Hey, let's go to the vending machine. I mean, I think I have to be choosy with my chips, but also, if I pass up on something now, I might not get anything better later. Ink bottle drop, yeah, nah. I mean, it's not terrible, but there are other chips I would want more. Like homing shots. Ugh, I could get more disc pieces, I guess. Build into it. Sure, disc piece drop. Why not? I would prefer making my own weapon more powerful, but sure. My real weapon, of course, is Pearl. What is that in that box there in the corner? Not trying to get too distracted. I want to just, like, look around these stages. No. Do not. I need more ink. Maybe I need some of that ink recovery. Ugh. Okay. Oh, jeez. I need a minute. Okay. Do not break my armor again, thank you. Okay. It was a little sloppy, but we're okay. We're here. Oh, man. Yeah, I kind of wish I had shot spread reduction. Oh, well. It's like I've got an arrow spray or something. More ink attack size. Hindrance damage. It is a danger floor, but it's an easy danger floor. I have some main ink coverage, so that's not bad. More ink attack size, also good. Ugh. That's tough. I don't have a lot of power, so let's go for hindrance damage and get this danger floor out of the way. One of these days, I gotta try a run where I just skip every danger floor until it's unavoidable, because I've never seen more than one at a time. But if you don't pick one for long enough, all 3 would be a danger floor, right? I just want to see it. Give me 3 bad options. No, leave it alone. Okay. It's a fist run. I'm just gonna pet all the gelatins. Will I skeletonize my body? Why does it keep trying to give me homing shots? Honestly. You know what? Let's take Max Lucky Chain since I have some of these lucky chips now. I don't like relying on lucky. It's scary. So easily can it be taken away from me. Where are you going? Okay. Come here, fish. Come here, fish. Oh, it didn't go down. I thought it was gonna go down. It did not go down. Fish, fish. Fish, fish. Whoa, goodness gracious, help me, help me. I'm okay, I don't know how I lived, but I'm okay. Oh, jeez. Ugh. That was a mess. Where's the dang fish? I don't know where the fish is. Fish? Oh, there it is. Oh. Just get the danger out of the way. Oh, this isn't even the danger floor. What am I saying? I did that already. This is just self-inflicted misery. Fish. Hey, get out of my way, out of my way, out of my way, out of my way. Okay. Please. 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 What is it you always say, Nox? Free me from this prison. That. You can't tell me not to use my main weapon. Cider's like, take the homing shots. Why don't you want my homing shots? I would like this chip, but I don't really want to do this floor. I've only got room for 2 more chips. Let's skip and see if I can get something better. Yep. I want more dialogue. As cute as Marina talking about the Brella is, I'm still waiting for the excavator. Oh, my eyes watering. My eyes watering. Stop. Oh, I could take more canned special, I guess. I don't want to rely on lucky. That's what I keep getting. Oh, whatever. Alternately, I wish for freedom. I can't say it with quite the same manic energy that Nox does when they say it, but it's very good. Nox just has, I think, a certain way with words that makes them very entertaining to listen to. Kabotoko, would you kindly give a little shout out to Nox? If you are so willing. Oh boy. And I will kindly pay a little more attention. Taskete, 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 thank you, Kabotoko. If I die doing what I love. Shilling for my friends. That's the only kind of shilling I will do. Not for me. Dear God, not for me. Man, I really wish I had a stronger weapon. Okay, out of my face, please. Out of my face. I'll take that. Oh man, I need shot spread reduction. I'm going crazy with how much my shots are just going where I don't want them to. Yes, there you go. So you can also do shoutouts. I trust you not to abuse this power. Okay. Oh, ink recovery. I definitely need some sort of ink recovery. Oh, that'll be my last one, huh? But I keep running low on ink, so I needs it. I needs it. Yeah, I haven't enabled bot stuff and whatnot on my channel. I tend to keep things fairly low-key compared to a lot of other streamers, especially people who VTube. You know, you probably have noticed that I do not have, say, comical redeems and things like that, because my own focus tends to be on the gameplay and making videos that are nice to watch on YouTube, even long after the stream itself has happened. My nose really itches. Ugh. So I don't do those kinds of redeems because for my own stuff, I find it distracting. That's one of the reasons I don't call out follows or subs too. So if you've ever wondered, like, hey Morri, I've been watching and I followed or I subscribed, how come you didn't say anything, you jerk? I don't even see those notifications. I do not have it enabled for myself because I would find it distracting. But also I don't want people wanting a shout out to be like their motivation for following. It is extremely appreciated, please note. But I just personally find it distracting. So do not take it as a lack of gratitude on my part. I am merely attempting to cultivate a pleasurable viewing experience, even for the YouTube VODs. I don't know, does anyone else get when they're watching VODs of stuff, they feel like a pang of FOMO somehow? Like, man, all these great Bon Mots I could have made, all these jokes I could have made, if only I was present for this stream. A blessing I do not have funny haha meme sound alerts. You're welcome. How does noodles and spam sound? You know, I remember having spam when I was much younger. I don't know if it's the kind of thing that would agree with my stomach right now, because I just know it's kind of rich and salty. But I know people also really love spam, especially in places like Hawaii and Japan. What's that dish called? Spam musubi or something? But I'm not good with like rich and or salty protein. It tends to just make me feel sick. I do love noodles though. Would happily eat noodles. And I mean, if somebody gave me a bowl of spam and noodles, I would not turn my nose up at it. You are so easily distracted, but it's your style? Well, I think it is part of your charm, is the chatting. I can only speak for myself, granted, but I feel like people would not hang around if they did not enjoy the chatting. It's very good chatting. Born and raised in Hawaii, cool. Hawaii seems like a beautiful place to visit someday, but I also know that it has just an awful problem with tourists sort of taking over the place. When, you know, as opposed to the people who actually live there and are entitled to that space far more than the tourists. So it's like, well, I would love to visit Hawaii and to see it. I also would not want to out of respect, if that makes sense. What if someone runs spam through the noodleizer? Well, then they're more powerful than I. If you run spam through the noodleizer, you have to cook it in hot dog water. That is my decree. Ugh. Ugh, danger floor. I don't wanna. It is rigorous, but... Spam is a big place in Hawaiian culture because of colonial imperialism and it being one of the only meats that could be cheaply shipped. Also the case with some First Nations. You know, I've wondered something about that just because of how common it is in some places. It's also kind of weird that, like, in some places people will turn their noses up at it. Like, why are you turning your nose up at spam? I mean, it's one thing to say, like, you know, it's not my thing personally. Like me, it's not my thing personally. Because I'm not good with sort of rich, salty meat. But just to decry, like, a whole cuisine or a whole ingredient. I think it's different. Please, okay. Getting a little dicey up there. A little dicey up there. Okay, I think we're okay. Maybe. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, good. That's nice. That's a lot of cat specials. Guess all those chips are finally coming through. Alright. Yeah, the classism, huh? I mean, there's nothing wrong with loving, you know, like, good, high-quality food, but you can't just turn up your nose at everything that seems like, oh, this is for the common folk, the lower classes, this is not for me. With my foie gras and truffle oil and, escargot. Well, I don't know if escargot is fancy rich people food. Probably because it's, you know, French cuisine. But have you, any of you folks in chat have had escargot? I have. More than once. Usually it's kind of drowned in butter, though. Speaking of canned meats, you realized you haven't had a Vienna sausage in a hot minute. I don't think I've ever had a Vienna sausage. Are those the types of sausages that they make the little octopus weenies out of in, like, Japanese bento boxes? Where, like, you cut one end up and then you boil it so they curl up and they look like tentacles? It's the ball again. I'm never gonna be free of the ball. I need to look at my stats app. Actually, I think it only shows how many times you fought a boss if you look at it on Splatnet. Which I don't have this account connected to Splatnet, so I don't know. I guess if I went through all my stream VODs, I feel like this is gonna be the boss that I've had to fight the most. It just feels like every single run I have to fight the ball. I mean, I've already sang Katamari songs while fighting the ball. What else is there for me to do? We've never had escargot. What does it taste like? I'm trying to think of a way to describe it. And if you've ever had other, like, mollusks, like mussels? I mean, mussels isn't a perfect comparison, but, like, texturally, I'd say it's kind of similar. If memory serves, I've not had escargot in quite a long time. But usually when you order it somewhere, they're always, like, drowned in butter. Buttery snails. I want to read chat, but I should probably focus on the ball. Be the ball. I am the ball. Heck it, wee ball. Wee bowling, even. Yeah, I can see escargot being a hard pass for people. Not just texturally, but I can understand just the knowledge of what it is just being too difficult to reconcile. Boy, there's a lot of guys here. Please, I'm almost done. Just come at me. Please. Come on, I'm so close. I'm so close. No, don't. I was really hoping that would kill it. Oh well. Here it comes again. Come on. Oh, of course. Just needed a couple more hits. Your thing is, if you can eat shrimp and lobster, it's about as gross as those. There you go. You know, I'm not overly fond of lobster. I don't really like the flavor of it. And I guess something where the primary appeal is dunking it in butter is kind of lost on me. Not that such a thing is not delicious, but, you know, I kind of feel ill after eating it. Yeah, I'm just going to go to the vending machine. I don't need the pearls. They didn't call it escargot and you use sea snails, but your grandmother used to make it a lot. That's cool. I've not lived in a place where snails are easily accessible to buy. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can go to the grocery store and like buy like a can of them, but I don't know where you would source fresh escargot. Fresh escargot. Maybe if I called up Escargot Express. It's a danger floor. I don't wanna. Fresh lobster is one of your faves, but you only have it when you're on the coast. It's probably way better on the coast, too. You can't really get great seafood here, since we're landlocked. Express escargot. I gotta remember when I'm in the States to maybe treat myself to some good seafood. Like crab cakes. I've been to Maryland and had a crab cake there, and granted it was still pretty expensive, like they are here, but you know it was a good size. It was a good meaty crab cake. If you try to get crab cakes here, they're tiny and they're like mostly breading, I think. It certainly feels that way. Same with scallops. If you try and order scallops here, they're tiny. No. Wandering the shore for them. She almost drowned once and kept doing it. Whoa. That's dedication. She must really like those sea snails. Would you, folks in chat, would you consider yourselves an adventurous eater? Like as Dawn said, you know, learn to try anything once. I think it's the chef in me too. It's like, if I'm presented with an unusual food or ingredient, I have to know what it tastes like. And then if it's not for me, I can recognize that there's some aspect of this that is not for me. Which doesn't mean it's bad, it's just that something about the flavor or the texture just doesn't do it for me. Yes, 110%, good, yes and no. Yeah, if snails are like shrimp, yeah, why not, right? And as I said, if you order them at like a restaurant, like a steakhouse or something, usually they're drowned in butter. So if you don't mind like buttery shrimp, or mussels or something like that, then you'll probably be fine with escargot. As long as you're not immediately put off by what it is. And if you are, I understand. This is a judgment-free zone. Except for judging my gameplay. That's fair game. Oh boy. Oh boy. No, don't knock the ball away, jeez. Man, my kingdoms are some lucky bombs. What are you doing? Please. I know I just kind of made that worse on myself, but... Really. Please, I just need one of them. I need one of them to go up to the center, please. Oh! Oh, thank you! Alright, thank you, Springing Spiccato. Okay, get in there. Alright. I'll take it. You try to be open-minded, but you have some hard nose, like eating anything whole. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to do that. Trying to think if I hate this floor or not. Oh, that's definitely an evil floor. I could just skip it, I guess. Yeah, so let's do it. Oh, thank you, Crush Me. Have a good snooze, and congrats again on your first place in the Mere Night League earlier. Very impressive. It's always thrilling to be in a race and then see you there. Any animal hole, yeah. I figured that's what you meant. You will pop an entire Tostito into your mouth. Is that the singular form, a Tostito? Never had a Tostito. And I would get, what's the pizza rolls, Totinos? I thought those were the same things for the longest time. I didn't realize those were two separate products, and I just would get the names mixed up. A lot of your family are big on pigs and chicken feet. That's a hard no for you. It's an interesting thing that Offal, O-F-F-A-L, is such a common ingredient in cuisines from around the world. You know, like waste not, want not, right? Except for in the West. It just feels so wasteful. I get, yeah, if it's like a textural thing. I can't say I've ever had, like, pig or chicken feet. They do kind of look like they would be texturally weird, though. I don't know for sure, but they just look like they'd be chewy. I'm not good with chewy things. Like, even mozzarella. I like mozzarella, but you know how sometimes people will do, like, baked pasta, and they'll cover it in, like, gooey, stringy cheese and bake it in the oven? Oh, I hate that. It makes me gag. I can't do that stringy cheese. Ugh. I don't really want to do any of these. How much is it to skip? Oh, it's 1,000 membucks. Yeah, let's skip. I can afford it. I don't really want to do any of these.
Yeah, we're still kicking. So what color chip are we gonna snag next? Hope we can get one of the really cool ones.
My palette is full, Pearl, but thank you. Nothing wrong with getting another copy of a chip you already have. In fact, some color chips really come into their own once you have a few. If you can't remember what color chips you've taken so far, press X for a refresher on your palette. Thanks, Marina. It's only the last run, but thank you. Which one sucks the least? You tried it once because you didn't want to be the person in your family that hated it without trying it. Bad decision was bad, but you tried it though. I think that's laudable. You tried it, you confirmed that it's not for you. And that's okay. Your biggest food squick is your fear there will be a chicken embryo in every egg you crack. A specific food dish that people eat deliberately. I mean, if it's... You're not trying to get a... Oh gosh, what are they called? Is it balut? Or I don't know how you pronounce it. I don't actually know how you pronounce it. So I don't think that's a good one to start with. Let me try and get rid of this one first. It's a little quieter over here. Okay, good. Okay. And that's that towering noblemente. The sniper is getting a little too big for its britches. Yeah, it's not a Balrog. That's the look of the wrist thing. Like, I'm pretty sure it's balut, but I don't know how you pronounce it. I've never heard it said out loud before. These guys will not leave me alone, please. Ugh. Okay. Keep going. Do not snipe me. I should not get myself boxed into a corner. Oh, there's a disc piece. Let me get that before it vanishes. Okay, and you need to stop. Uh-oh. Ooh, scary. Uh-oh. Okay, really scary. Ooh. Oh, that's sad. Your dad said it was good. You do not believe him. Just, like, the biggest thing that would put me off of food is not necessarily what it is, unless it's, like, long pig or something, to use a euphemism. Whoa, but it's texture that would put me off. And I don't like it when things have a mixture of different textures. Like chewy, like really chewy cheese. Or like, I don't like the tapioca, the boba, and bubble tea for similar reasons. I'm just kind of hoping for disc pieces at this point. I also need you to go. Okay. And balut, however you say it, looks like it would be texturally unpleasant. I also don't like egg. Which is probably also the problem, if it has like a strong egg flavor. Oh boy. Oh, there's another one behind me. I'm gonna take 30 years to get this last portal. It's like a disc piece drop. Ugh. Too many dang fish. And I'm trying so hard to break through. Okay. Just need one more disc piece. And then maybe I can make some progress. Oh, don't do that, please. I just need a disc piece drop. Disc piece, disc piece, disc piece. Armor's good. Not what I'm looking for, but good. Oh. There we go. There we go. Okay. It's okay. They broke my armor. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just go. 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 Oh, I'm out of juice. Oh, these portals have so much help. Oh man, I'm getting all knocked out again. Oh, pain, suffering, agony. Oh, it's healing all the damage I've done to it. Please, 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 please. Oh, freedom. Ooh. I thought about throwing a bomb at it, but I didn't want to leave my tank empty when I'm dealing with the hordes coming at me. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, sure. Woof. I mean, I'm okay with eggs in moderation. There's something about eggs. They have such a strong, distinctive flavor that if I eat eggs too often, I just get, like, really sick of them. Even the way they smell, I can't do it. I do like a good poached egg, though. Oh, I didn't mean to fall down here. Whoopsie. But it's gotta be medium or hard poached. Like, my preference is medium poached, where, like, there's just a little bit of runny yolk. So you can sop it up with some bread. Very nice. But if I go to a breakfast place and I ask for it, like, poached medium, more often than not, it tends to be more on the side of easy than hard. So I tend to just ask for them poached hard. Because I do not like my eggs poached soft. Or easy, whatever. Easy, when the yolks are runnier. Texturally unpleasant. But your mileage may vary. Scoot, 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 scoot. Oh no, I'm stuck, I'm stuck. Oh, jeez. Oh, I want that disc piece. Okay, don't splat me before I get the disc piece, please. Thanks. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm out, I'm out, I'm out, I'm out. No, don't push them towards me. Should I take one of these? Oh, just one of them, I guess. You gotta space eggs out, I think. Come on. The tank keeps running dry. What's a Canadian food that the US doesn't have besides, like, poutine? I'm thinking about, like, specifically Canadian foods, like Nanaimo bars, or butter tarts, or... Oh man, these are all awful. I don't want to die. Skip. Oh, okay. You know what? Yeah, let's go to the vending machine floor. I'll buy a life. Yeah, ketchup chips, apparently, which are a thing here, but not a thing widely sold in the US. Yeah, I'll take that. I don't need the pearls, but thank you. Beaver tails, like the fried, like, cinnamon sugar thing? Alright. Last one. Once we reconfigure 8's palette, we can finally rest easy. 8, Pearl, Oct, I owe you all so much.
Yo, save it for when we win. First, we gotta reconfigure 8's palette. It's go time, 8.
You were out with your friend at night in Boston, and your friend disappeared, and then she reappeared with poutine, kidnapped by a Canadian, and then released with poutine. Like, you know how scientists will trap and tag animals, you know, and they'll bait the traps? That's what that was. Your friend was trapped and tagged and then released with poutine.
At last, you finally brought me that pallet. We're gonna reconfigure 8's pallet, and there's nothing you can do about it. After that pallet, it'll be over. I gotta try real hard this time. Hey, take that pallet of yours and come at me with everything you have, please. We're gonna settle this whole thing for good. Baby Angie.
Last order. Where'd you get that poutine truck? Yeah, that's what they call the trap. The poutine truck. It's a euphemism. Okay, Morri, just don't beans it here. No pressure. With my very weak build. Wish I had more special charge. Ow. Guess I gotta rely on these canned specials to save me. Canned specials save me. Well, please. Please. Please, I'm out of ink, please. No, no. What else do we have in Canada? That's an unusual food. Well, actually, I said it. I just want to make sure. Non-Canadians, do you know what a butter tart is? The Nanaimo bar, I'm pretty sure, is a Canadian-only thing. So it's named after Nanaimo in BC. But I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure butter tarts are Canadian. I used to have a coworker who was from the UK, and she talked about how much she loved butter tarts because they're a Canadian thing. If you are not familiar with it, oh, you are familiar. Have you had one before, or just heard of them? They're like a buttery sugar, like brown sugar, kind of like very sweet pastry. Can have like pecans in them if you want. They're a little too sweet for me, but yeah. Try to at least keep the bases of these things inked so they'll take damage. But the fish keep painting over the bases. This is agony. This is agony. Okay, okay, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Please don't run out of ink. Okay. You haven't had one, but it seems close to pecan pie, so I'm sure you'd like butter tarts. Probably. If you have a sweet tooth, I've never had pecan pie, but I'm allergic, so don't feed me pecan pie, please. Thank you. Now that you have this dark knowledge, please do not use it to harm me. Thank you. Do not bring me a pecan pie. Wow. Okay, focus, 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 focus. Wait, it's gonna be funny if I get through this and then it turns out I had one hack too many for the low hacks challenge. Like, I knew I should have suffered more. Should have given myself only 2 lives. Do not. Do not. almost making me wish that instead of damage reduction, I had done attack power up, which I have not used at all here, but just how long this is taking and how much of a struggle destroying the portals can be before my tank runs dry. Agony. Please don't hunt me around. Okay, thank you. Don't stingray, please. Please. Agony. Agony. Well, sorry if I'm missing good chat. Trying not to perish horribly. I'm sure you understand. Come here, I'll take that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. Give me that, give me that, give me that. This piece. Special charge. Uh-oh. A little scary. Getting boxed in. These are there. Okay. Oh, that's it. Okay, okay, okay. Stop. Stingray. Stop. Cease. Desist. Yamenasayo. Hime-chan, tasukete. Of course. I'm just gonna draw this out as long as possible. Thank you for making that noise one last time before my vacation. I don't even know what noise I made. I make noises. That's what I do. I make awful noises. Sometimes they might even be funny. I don't know. One hopes. Oh, I'm getting boxed in by all these fish. Oh, this piece. Oh, I won. Thanks, Pearl, for serenading us into the sunset. Woohoo. Agony. And that should do it! Congrats, 8! We finally reconfigured your palette! Bet you'll breathe easier now.
So that's it, huh? You mean he's beat? I mean, you folks beat me fair and square. You know what's gotten real when even Smallest is throwing in the towel. The members is gonna be a place to save Octowings, just like Moina wanted. So much for the dweems of everyone who wanted a place for order. But hey, sticking around as that big boss of the Spire won't be so bad.
Aw, Smallest.
He's got a little frill when you come up here again and again. I hope your lives go good in the real world. Please. And, if you want to make me smile sometimes, come back to play with me? Please. Please. Yippee, I crushed a child, and I'll do it again.
Hooray. Wahoo. Yatta. Actual baby confirmed. You mean Smallest could not me, right? My noise that I make when I'm in peril. I don't even remember if that was the noise I made. I make a lot of noises. Woohoo. Now, did I accidentally use one hack too many? I guess we'll find out if I go back to the plaza. Marina's dev diary? Cool. Cool.
We're all done reconfiguring the palettes. This really does wrap everything up. Way to go, 8. The real wood's got nothing to worry about. But maybe we should go say hi to Smallest now and then.
Marina's juicy secrets. What's up, Marina? Oh, Cypher's siftings eagerly await your visit, Octoling. I'm good. Oh, secrets. From Oct. Hey, Marina. I found these old photos. Let you get a kick out of them. You were so talented and hardworking in those days. Me, I was always slacking off and cutting class. I got to know the inside of the instructor's office pretty well. Every lecture was the same. You should be diligent and dedicated, like a true Octarian. I heard it so many times that it turned into white noise. I wonder how she's doing now. I love these photos of the Octarian Army's Academy. I love Marina up there with her little short hair, adorable, and you can see in the very back of the class there at the bottom, someone with their face turned away. How come they all have cool or not tentacles, I mean cool pupils? The rest of us don't. From Oct. Hey, Marina. I think this is the only photo of the two of us together. You were recruited for an elite position in an Octavio unit right after this was taken, right? I think I remember hearing that. I ended up handling security behind the scenes. Could have been worse. Going to the front lines was too much like work. Guess I never returned the records I borrowed from you. But then, you've still got the ones I lent you, so it all balances out. Looking at this, I still remember wondering if you weren't going to get in trouble hanging out with a slacker like me. So imagine my surprise to find out you've been cooking up some sick tracks. Turned out even an elite knew her way around some decks. Yeah, they're bonding over music. I just noticed Marina's got like a little root of wasabi in a holster. I guess they don't give you like a real gun until later, but you get the wasabi. I love how cute Marina is here. And Oct with their sad, droopy 8-ball eyes. From Oct. Hey, Marina. You can guess the chaos your desertion caused. I ended up without much to do except make music. You remember that club way down in the lowest levels of the base? I DJ'd there for a long time, since I knew it was one place where the brass wouldn't be caught dead. As time went on, I got more and more into it, to the point where music was all I thought about. Honestly, that whole period of my life is kind of a haze. But thanks to getting sucked into the world of order, I caught up with you again. So maybe it wasn't such a bad thing. After all, I found my way to the surface. I'm back to making my kind of music. Here we go again, right? If you're ever up for it, we should jam. P.S. Consider me an Off the Hook fan. I found a record I think Pearl would like, so I'll send it over later. Give my best to 8. I'm really glad we got to see more of Dead Fish, their DJ name, from back in Octo Expansion. I do wish that Oct got more to do, as was mentioned in an earlier stream, instead of just chilling by the elevator. Like, I think they got to DJ for the final fight, but it's not the same. I want to see them going in with guns blazing. I do like their eyes are still very cute, though. Woohoo. Stickers, stickers, stickers. Now to determine if we got the badge or not. That's right. I don't know. Maybe I had one hack too many. In which case, wah wah. That's okay. No, I got it. There we go. That badge right there. That's the low hacks run challenge. Whatever thing. There it is. Yowza. I got that one, I got the secret kettle one. Aren't I cool? Wow. You're never doing that badge. I mean, you gotta play in the way that is most fun for you. So very briefly, before I call it an evening, I'm gonna switch to No. I'm gonna... No, not this. I'm gonna open my main file. If I picked the right user and I didn't just mash through. There we go. There we go. And I'll show off some of the commentary from the color chips. I think there's a couple I don't have maxed out though, so sorry. But a little more dialogue. That's right, I can go on vacation with no regrets. I think, probably. And then we can all look forward to Mother 3 when I get back. And probably some other stuff too, but Mother 3 I'm excited for. And also, if you're participating in the upcoming Splatfest, I'll be away for it. So I probably will not get to participate. But go Team Banui. Voting for Team Banui. Splatoon 1, I hardly know her. Too soon. Too soon. And I'm going to the train station. Mother 3 and other things. But Mother 3, Morri not playing favorites. You can't prove nothing. So there's a couple I don't have maxed out. But so when you have enough chips in a run, you get some commentary from all of them. So I guess I can read it out. Sure, why not? Or at least I can scroll through it and you can read it. But I like these because it becomes readily apparent that Pearl plays like me. Like,
This one chip can power up, like, all your stuff. What's there to think about? Just take it.
I can read through them, sure. Gives oomph to bombs, blasters, and the explosions from breaking portals or splatting enemies. It makes a good team with the splash radius chip. Any bombs Pearl throws gets the boost too.
What if explosions? But more. You can't not take it. It wouldn't be fair to me.
If you ever work for Grizco, get tested for SCR. What is SCR? Is this a new STI? I don't want to know. Not many attacks use sound waves, but you don't need many of these to make them count. Speaking of powerful sounds, this also enhances Pearl's signature killer whale.
My killer whale? Oh yeah, the one from the drone killer whale chip.
This will let you fire more quickly, which has obvious benefits, but you'll also use up ink faster. Pairing it with Ink Saver Main or Ink Recovery Rate helps. I also recommend Ink Bottle Drop.
Who cares about running out of ink as long as you splat them all first? Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, me and Pearl, sisters from another mister. Let's let you keep slashing so that you don't have to stop until everything around you is gone. Be careful because it also uses up more ink, though I'm sure Pearl has thoughts about that.
I was gonna, yeah, don't get careless and run out of ink, 8.
Not that I would know. This lets you fire for longer on a single charge. Doesn't take up extra ink either. Good deal. Taking main piercing along with it is a good way to get the most out of every shot in the barrage.
Line them up and exterminate them. See what I did there?
She's coming for you, Kapotoko. Doesn't affect subs or specials, but it packs more punch per chip than ink damage. You'll really appreciate having it when the enemies get a little too close for comfort.
Or run right up to the enemy and blast away. Nothing beats the rush of close combat.
This goes great with chargers or splatlings. Hit hard from far away so they never get close. Imagine what it's like with a few main range chips. Oh, except Pearl doesn't like chargers.
The thing about chargers is I can't hit anything, and for some reason everything can hit me.
Mood. It's all you need for the big slow-moving ones. It's even better with main ink coverage to take turf. Just remember that this won't do much against the little fish who leave trails of ink as they go.
It's always the small ones that are the biggest problems. Yo, Marina, what's that look for?
I mean, mood. This doesn't just refill ink faster in swim form, by the way. It also works well in octolink form. It's tough when you're out of ink, but not out of enemies. But with this, maybe things will be okay.
So with enough of these, it won't matter if we run out? And people will get off our case about it?
Pearl. If you took main firing speed and are worried about your ink levels, this should ease your mind. Yep. It's nice to enjoy these kinds of perks without running out of ink all the time. Right, Pearl?
Why are you telling me? This is 8's thing, not mine. 8.
At max level, this could bring your ink consumption down 75%. That buys a lot of bombs. It's one to watch out for. In fact, with splash damage, you might not even need your main weapon.
Great idea. Hear that, 8? ZR is out. We're all about R now.
With this, you could probably take out a swarm of smaller ones and not lose any ink. You recover the same amount of ink for every splat, so it's most effective against a horde of weaker enemies.
I bet one bomb in the right place could get a whole ink tank back.
Pearl has a skill issue when it comes to chargers and maintaining a full ink tank, apparently. Slowing down enemies on your turf means poison ink is even more effective if you have it. And if you set hindrance damage, that synchronizes nicely too.
The ink's so gunky. It's not gonna get bogged down in this stuff, right?
It makes your main weapon push enemies away. Might be fun to try to knock them clean off the floor. Even if you get cornered, this can give you a fighting chance. Just remember one thing.
Careful you don't run out of ink, Pearl. Name one time.
Explosions from bombs or blasters will knock foes around even more. The further the better, I say. If you set any bombs to Pearl like Drone Burst Bomb, this applies to those too.
And if you also set Splat Drone Gauge... Wait, can we count on getting all of these at once?
I don't have all of shot spread reduction, sorry, we don't get Pearl's commentary. It hits marked enemies without having to aim. It can be quirky, so not everyone's a fan, especially if you have a bucket. If you struggle with aiming, this is for you, but it can be hard to ink turf when the shots would rather hit enemies.
Shooting is awesome and aiming is boring, so it gets the Pearl seal of approval.
A must-have for charger users. The only thing better than having one is having lots. This helps with the main drawback of chargers and splatlings, but they still use a lot of ink, so...
Be super duper careful not to run out of ink, 8. How do you like my Marina impression?
Your Brella canopy won't launch even if you hold ZR, so you can get the shield and the shots. Isn't that great, Pearl? Now you don't need to worry about launching your Brella by accident.
Yeah, isn't that wonderful, 8? Oh, and while I'm at it, careful not to run out of ink.
Pearl has a skill issue when it comes to skill.
Ooh.
This makes it less of a problem if your Brella canopy is gone, since you'll get it back faster. Even when you launch the Brella to clear some space, it won't be long before you can guard again.
Great for all those people who keep launching the Brella on accident. Not me. Other people?
Hold ZR while firing to get a new charge going, though it'll stop your current barrage. Goes great with Splatling Barrage. If you charge during a lull, you could keep shooting forever.
Firing all day long with a Splatling sounds like a party. Assuming nobody shows up with a charger.
It's nice for taking out far-off enemies. Even nicer if you can pick up main damage distant. Some weapons have a bigger spread the further they fire, so you might also want shot spread reduction.
But the whole reason I love close combat is because I can't hit anything from over 5 feet away.
This plus splash damage chips equals big explosions that deal big damage. Class dismissed. It works with triple ink strikes and booyah bombs too, to catch even more enemies in your blasts.
It affects portals when they blow? That's the biggest boom there is, and now it gets bigger.
Pearl is good enough in your book, and that book's title, Facts. Fair enough. Is Pearl even good? Well, she thinks she is. Is that not what matters most? If you put this together with main range, you should be able to shoot through the bigger foes. With this, you can take out a whole swarm at once. That's good news for your lucky chain count.
The way this works is wild. Think we could get all the enemies to line up? What if we said please?
Good if you need a little help with aiming. Just one of these makes a noticeable difference. The bounding box around each shot shows its effective size. Set this chip and see for yourself.
So, even the shots from a charger would be huge? Can I bring this into Turf War?
Claiming more turf is important in battle. Fills your special gauge too. I'd advise getting this one. It combos well with poison ink and sticky ink to turn your turf into a damaging slog. So much fun!
Poison what? Sticky what? What you're saying is that inking turf leads to victory. I got that right?
Pearl has no idea how to play Turf War. You'll ink a wider swath when on the move with a roller or brush. Also when launching the Brella canopy. Some chips only show up for you if you have the right weapon, like this one.
I love running around like a maniac with these things. Let's give our enemies a brush. With death.
Hell yeah, Pearl. I'll just let you imagine how good this is with main ink coverage. Remember that using a special refills your ink, so this can help you make sure you never run out.
What? Who doesn't use their special as soon as it's ready?
Pearl just does ranked only. Is she any good at ranked? What ranked mode would she play? It's useful for weapons that ink lots of turf, especially if you've set some main ink coverage chips. Know what's cool? If you give Pearl the drone sprinkler chip, this lets her fill her own gauge.
It'd be like a perpetual motion machine. Think of the damage I could do that way.
Yeah, she's really coming for your job, Buttercup. Guess this makes sure you can always keep a lucky chain going by inking the ground. Well, even so, there won't be any item drops unless you splat some enemies.
Easy. Ink turf to build up the chain, then splat everything. Problem solved.
Pearl would hate clams. I think Pearl would play Rainmaker. She would run in and grab the Rainmaker immediately and then charge forward with no real idea of where she's going and would get splatted immediately.
And she would do it again.
Main ink coverage helps to spread your ink around, and sticky ink makes it a trap. It also works on enemies in your toxic mist. If you don't have that, try vending machines.
It's kind of like kicking enemies when they're down, which is the best time to kick them, really.
Whether you're closing in or retreating, swimming fast is an advantage in combat. It's tough running from these fish when they never give up. I hate to think of you getting cornered.
Easy there, Marina. But yeah, this is a good chip to have around if things start to look bad.
Oh, I'm missing Pearl's comment for this one too. You can double your speed with enough of these. You'd practically be a blur on the battlefields.
That sounds even faster than swimming. Careful, 8. Don't go so fast you run off the stage. We ought to race to see who's faster, drone me or 8. Last one there's a rotten fish.
Multiple dodge rolls can get you anywhere fast. It's extra good if you also have dodge roll attack.
Ooh, dodge rolls!
Pearl's favorite. You can get as many as 6 in a row if you max it out.
8, you gotta do all the dodge rolls for me, okay? Dodge roll to the fridge! Dodge roll to the sofa!
Come on, Pearl, take it to the fridge. Walnuts, peanuts. This one lets you store your charge with a charger, splatling, or stringer. You can swim around without losing your charge. Useful for quickly maneuvering into a good vantage point for taking the shot.
That explains the time I got one shot by a charger popping out of ink. Yeah, I guess they weren't cheating. Except they were.
This powers up squid attacks, dodge roll attacks, you name it. It's a solid ship, no lie. Well, that's if you have any rush attacks to work with. Though if you don't, this also affects the shell from those spinny things.
We can body slam enemies even harder? You heard him, 8. Get in there and charge!
You'll want this if you're going with chips like squid attack and dodge roll attack. Sending enemies flying off the edge of the floor is a knockout no matter how tough they are.
Serve, volley, game. Knocking stuff out of bounds is how you win in table tennis, right?
Yeah, sure. Hitting the smaller fish with a squid roll splats them instantly. This move also knocks foes away. Try squid roll into the target just outside the elevator to get a feel for the move's range.
Wow, it's like your body is registered as a weapon now. How do you keep getting cooler?
This way, you can do some damage as you dodge roll your way out of a tough situation. Try it out on the target in front of the elevator. Just tilt L and press B while firing your dualies with CR.
Body slamming baddies with dodge rolls? I want to try. How come you get to do all the cool stuff, 8?
Pearl, you are literally a cool robot that gets to throw bombs. I think you win the cool contest. Hello, Andorra. Welcome back. Unfortunately, I did not pick up homing ink. I'm sorry. Quick appreciation that Morri can both remember and seamlessly change voices on the fly. Well, thank you. This adds an area of effect to the lunge attack. Tilt L forward during a charge slash. It's 3 attacks in one. The hit with the splatana, the ink it gives off, and now the lunge itself does damage too. Works great on portals.
It's so satisfying when a lunge attack lands. Let's go find some suckers to practice on, 8.
Running or swimming triggers it, but it works on distance traveled, so swimming's a bit better. There's a third trigger too. Using Pearl to glide counts as moving for this chip.
Here's my big idea, 8. Let's fly around to charge your special, then drop down and let it rip.
Like Beyblades. Pearl's drone gauge will fill up anytime you move. Run, swim, whatever. It all works. It's especially effective if you can pair it with run speed or swim speed up.
My gauge fills up every time, or fills up if 8 runs? 8? I need you to get an exercise wheel or something.
I am not a hamster, Pearl. That was the Hamtaro streams. Catch up. This should ease your worries about running out of ink. Keep moving and you can keep shooting. If you have the charged storage chip, you can recover ink even while keeping a charge stored.
The best part is it works with my dualies dodge rolls. Shoot, roll, shoot, roll. It pays for itself.
I recommend Marina hack things to up your armor count. Can't ever be too protected. Yes, I'd love to. See me before you head into the spire, all right?
Armor's the stuff I see floating around 8, yeah? So we have that in common.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not a cool robot with armor, Pearl. If there's an ink bottle on the field and you're set for ink, it's a good time to toss out a sub-weapon. Does Ock just hate to see things go to waste? Never mind them, 8. No need to go out of your way if your tank is full.
So splatting enemies can get us ink bottles with this? Then why keep warning me not to run out?
A canned special at the right time can be a game changer when it feels like all hope is lost. Oh yeah. Not only will your special make a splash, it'll fully restore your ink for the start of a big comeback.
I like to dive right in with a good re-slider and juke around to mop up whatever's left standing.
They fill a good amount of Pearl's drone gauge. Keep her equipped or these won't do anything. My hacks can help with that. I can give Pearl more action slots or set it so the system will give you chips that grant her actions.
If we set, I don't know, drone ink strike or something, that's powered by the drone gauge.
When you have lucky bombs, it only takes a few splats to put the hurt on a whole mob of fish. An enemy splatted by lucky bombs can drop more lucky bombs. It's a self-feeding cycle.
Lucky bombs, huh? The reward for splatting a bunch of fish in a row is splatting more fish.
The step-off song is Pearl's secret weapon. It triggers once you pick up a third disc piece. Pearl's song jams all the portals, which ought to give you some breathing room, 8.
Grab every disc piece you see, 8. That way I can bust out the step-off song over and over.
The longer your chain, the more items you'll see. This helps you rack up those long chains. Set max lucky chain with this and your odds get even better.
Lucky chain, huh? I see splatting a bunch of fish in a row is its own reward, but this is cool too.
Pearl would run out of ink and think that she has infinite ink while shooting her dualies. The ink is spraying so fast that you can't see it, but trust me, it's here, it's real. She's winning. For real, please. The chance of an item drop doubles when the chain hits 10 and triples when it reaches 20. Having lucky chain window helps keep your lucky chain as high as it can go.
It seriously goes up to 99? Do we usually splat that many fish per floor? Urge to play F-Zero Rising, nope.
This lets Pearl throw splat bombs, which explode after rolling around a little bit. But she'll hold off if there are no enemies around 8, so get in close if you want her to attack.
I know better than the waste good gauge. No bombs until I get something in my sights.
Burst bombs aren't the biggest bang, but they explode on contact whenever they hit. If you already have splash damage or drone gauge charge, Pearl will be a force to be reckoned with.
That's right! Beast mode on. Get all the chips you can from me, 8.
Pearl hungers for blood. Killer Whale's a special weapon, so it needs more gauge than bombs or other sub-weapons. Soundwave damage amplifies it, so if you can set that too, this can really clear the floor.
No 5.1, huh? Well, even in mono, there is nowhere to hide from my deadly pipes.
This needs a lot of gauge to use. Setting multiple copies of it or taking turf drone gauge helps some. Make your ink strike bigger with splash radius so even more enemies get swept up in it.
No triple version, huh? Who cheaped out there? Oh well, so long as I aim good, we're set.
If you want Pearl to drop ink mines, here you go. Ideally, she'll place them on high traffic paths. Splash radius and splash damage enhance its effect, so see if you can grab those too.
Don't sweat getting flanked. I'll make sure no one sneaks up on you.
Pearl's drizzling ink is there to help you ink turf and splat fish. With enough of these and some drone gauge charge chips on top, Pearl will be gushing ink.
Yeah, like a sprinkler. Wait, but don't throw me anywhere. Do it.
Pearl will generate random items for you. Just don't expect any drone batteries. They'll appear right underneath Pearl, so don't forget they're there, 8, like me.
I can even create items? Yo, is there anything Drone Me can't make happen?
Thank you, have a good night, Dak. I'm almost done for those of you sticking around, but I figure, I might as well go through these all, because I like their commentary. I like Pearl's everything. Gremlin behavior. Set a few of these, and Pearl's drone gauge will fill faster than paint dries. And if you set mobile drone gauge to go with it, she'll be giving you assists left and right.
But remember, there's no point in building gauge unless you give me a chip that lets me do stuff. Enrichment.
If you're going to go up against lots of enemies, might as well fill Pearl's gauge while you're at it. Splat ink recovery also kicks in when you take out fish, so having both gives you double benefits.
It works when I splat stuff too. I'm thinking Rampage.
World Tour. That's it. Those are the chips. I'm sorry I don't have a couple of them maxed out. So we don't have Pearl's comments, which is a shame because they are the best. But oh yeah. Before I stop, I should also read this.
Oh, hi, 8. Can you tell I'm behaving myself and doing a good job as boss of the Spire? I have all the gelatins here with me, so it doesn't get too lonely. But I still want you and Pearl and Marina and Ock to come play sometimes. I'll always have a friend in Smollusk. Oh, hi, 8.
Never even seen that room. But there we go. That's all of it. That's side order. Wait, I didn't read. Did I read Pearl's? I think I did. Right? Maybe? Yes, that's right. Smallest thinks Pearl is really cool. Gremlin respects Gremlin. Anywho, thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for side order. I'm glad I could finish everything and even do a low hacks run. It wasn't a no hacks run, but in the interest of actually finishing stream at a reasonable time. So thank you very much all. Again, I will be away on vacation, but if you're missing me, I do have my VODs on YouTube or rather as the name Miss Morri Plays. So feel free to look that up if you need more of me. And I'll be back in a couple weeks. So in the meantime, please stay safe, stay healthy, take care. And I will catch you in a little while. Bye bye.